We are live on YouTube.
Live on youtube.com/
Episode 58.
Yeah, dude, it's kind of wild. We are over 2 years in.
Yeah, there's some
Crazy, man.
Yep.
Yeah, this is some level of commitment we have here. Honestly.
Did did I tell you all that I went back and watched a couple like full episodes recently? Like I don't think I had mentioned it to you guys, but I think I did mention it to Ryan that watched the episode where we met Kermit or Cormit for the first time.
Yeah.
Dude, what an episode! Like
Yeah.
we meet Moonshine and Cormit in the same episode. Crazy, but yeah, it was wild. And the reason why I wanted to bring it up is, dude, because like at the end of the last session, Ryan was like, dude, I've just been dropping little nuggets about this lore the entire like series, and it was just random as shit. But he had a little line. He had a little line in there that Moonshine, in Moonshine's reaction to seeing Kenny. There was a little line that he had in there that I went, "What's that? What was that?" It was something about Moonshine looked down at him and was like, "Oh, yeah." Basically, I wonder what side you're gonna be on. You know, like really ominous. Like really, like it went all of our heads. Just we didn't say anything about it. I was just like, "Oh, it's interesting." Anyway.
Ryan,
cool.
is that a Mao Zedong shirt?
No, it's Tony Mao. It's Tony Soprano
God damn it.
and Mao
Oh
mixed
my
together.
gosh, as Mao.
Dude,
That's-
so I'm waiting on this hat. Sorry, alright, quick tangent. I'm waiting on this hat as well to come in. I got this fit ready. I got the shirt already. But I'm gonna wear it to soccer game today. I'm gonna come dripped out. So that hat it's a Bass Pro Shop hat, like the symbol, like the signage and everything. But instead of Bass Pro Shop, it says Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 on it. and then I have a shirt that goes along with it, and it's just some dude on a skateboard, and it says "I love skating. Let's skating" on it.
That's skating.
Skating, yep.
So I'm gonna be dripped out going to the soccer game in my skating gear.
That's
Jesus
skating on it.
Christ.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, I wore Tony Mao to the bachelor party last night of a friend. So it was a good night.
Hell yeah.
All right, tangent over. Cool. What have you guys mentioned so far about recap?
Oh,
Nothing.
nothing. I was a jackass and hijacked the moment, telling them about
Had a flashback.
watching the Corman episode. So I'm
No,
very sorry. No, we haven't.
That's good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Haven't recapped yet.
That's good stuff. All right. Anybody else got some stuff to say?
He raided into the cave, sneaking in. I think everyone was either invisible or in the ethereal plane except for Rango, who
Mm-hmm.
disguised herself as a kobold or dragonborn or something. Got in there, got up to Yap Yap and his boys and shit out of them.
Yep.
And then owner of the cave, Hack, came in. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I got some stories for you." And took me and Saoirse on a vision quest, where we learned about a chosen one and the Io and
Yeah.
a ring of wish, which may not be a ring. Yeah, a lot to decompress there.
Yeah.
Right.
That reminded me of the fight with Yup Yup. The fucking super sick Ball of Force play that I did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was it was very, very, very well executed. It kept him kept him right where we wanted him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't realize Wall of Force went
Travel
ethereal as well.
specifically.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So the one thing that I forgot, because I forgot to go back last night while I was prepping and make sure. You guys kept him alive, right? You have not killed him, right? Or is he
He's
happy?
alive.
He is alive.
Correct, yeah.
I thought you guys had
Cormit.
spared him.
Cole specifically wanted to keep him alive.
Right, because I
Yeah.
remember we were really focused on you two and your all's little trip, and I can't remember because I know you stripped everything off of him. You took all his stuff, but I was like 99% sure y'all kept him alive. So I just wanted
Yeah.
to double check.
Cormit has him at gunpoint.
Yes,
I believe he is
Cormit-
He's like
he-
hogtied in
he
the
sh-
tent or
he-
something.
Yeah, he should be unconscious.
Mhm.
With Cormit having him at gunpoint. I
yeah.
don't know specifically where we left off. If any conversation had been had after you guys like got out of the.
I
Right,
remember.
I don't believe
No.
so.
I
think you
remember
guys-
specifically, like, we got out of the vision, looked at Hack, and he said, "All right, now get out of my cave."
Yes, yes,
where we
exactly.
left
Okay.
Yep.
And let's see other little bits and bobs that may or may not be important. I believe it was Sersha on your way down.
Mhm,
You saw some dwarven ghosts when you're jumping off the ship,
mhm.
going down into the cave.
And then,
kinda like some spirits.
Also, yeah, and then saw those 5 different dragonborn colored figures carrying Ojutai down.
Yep.
That was most dope. Very cool visual.
Du-du-dum.
It's like you got a special Apex trail, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, he's a pred. Fuck, dude. No.
Don't fuck with him.
Don't go skull down. Don't go skull down.
On the topic of video game references, whenever we were diving down and you said that like there were a bunch of different mounds and one of them had a light on it, all I was imagining was us like diving down from the sky onto that area in New Vegas, where the Brotherhood of Steel's like bunker is. How there's a bunch of different mounds that have like the vault doors, or not the vault doors, but the doors on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda. Hidden Valley, yeah. Kinda Hidden Valley-ish. But yeah, I think that is that.
Io, the Chosen.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Yes. Before we begin, apologies. Just so I don't fuck it up in RP as we start. I know it was Io, but I cannot remember the daughter's, or sorry, the firstborn's name again.
Vorel.
Varel.
Yes, Varel. Yeah. Yeah, Varel is the
Tiamat
firstborn
and
of Io.
Bahamut.
And Baha, yeah.
Bahamut.
Mm-hmm.
I've got all these notes, but
you.
it's really going to be lucky for me because you guys are going to have to explain all of it.
Cool. Well,
I do
with
have
that.
yeah. one question written at the end of the last material plane session. I have 3 of 5 guardians slain ?
That
Right.
was in the story. It was, like, it wasn't 100% clear what happened to 2 of 5 guardians, but 3 of them were definitely dead at
So
the end of it.
was one of the guardians considered the chosen one, or was the chosen
No.
one separate
No.
from the 5
I
guardians?
think it was,
Yes.
yeah, the chosen one and the 5 guardians.
Got it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
And,
'Cause I
and
think
basically,
it-
their quest consumed the lives of 3 of them. They got to the mountain, and then basically everything beyond that is kind of like it just kind of fell into myth. I mean, the whole story has for the most part, but like especially all like everything afterwards. Like nobody knows what happens to the remaining 2 or the chosen one or anything like that. Like they're pretty much forgotten to time. Well, the life of the chosen one was consumed, but after that, it's kind of up in the air as far as what
Right.
happened.
And then was it? I can't remember. Was it confirmed that the 5 guardians were 5 different skin-toned dragonborns that were from?
I do not believe in the story that was said.
Okay.
It was
It was-
just
it was-
that they were kind of like,
There were 5 like followers of Io.
yeah,
But
and then
didn't-
they kind of worked together.
When they
Yeah.
were falling,
Yeah, was it
they
even
had
said
masks.
that they were Dragonborn? Actually,
No,
I don't.
It was not said if they were
Okay.
Dragonborn or not. What were
Okay.
you asking, Cole?
Whenever you were diving and Ojitai had a sick pred trail, weren't they wearing masks? Like different
Yes.
masks?
Yes, they were.
They were.
What was the difference in the masks again?
I did not ask. I don't think. No, I haven't asked in game. So I don't know. That's
Yeah.
a great question though. That's a great question.
Well,
I can try to. I don't know. I could try to remember back, but
I'll let you do a little history check.
yeah, was there any? Yes, because I went back and watched the end of the episode a couple of times, and I apologize. I definitely was a bit confused on that wish part because it was just like a ring with the wish spell, but there was no like special condition about it. It was just how the chosen one was going to use it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was just like a wish spell.
It was
Right.
like a wish spell,
empowered
empowered and
by
like
the will of the
tr-
chosen.
Yeah, and then like
Okay.
the trade-off was that it would consume the chosen one, basically,
Gotcha.
to save the world. That was what was said in
Mhm.
the vision.
And
From
we
this,
didn't.
go ahead.
Was it confirmed that the chosen one was buried at the top of Dragonback Mountain? Or
No,
not?
like nobody knows anything as far as what happens after that to anybody.
Gotcha. Wish was made, 3 were definitely slain, but after that it's just all kind of like lore.
Yeah, basically, like that part is just completely forgotten to time. It was kind of like a thankless mission. Like they kind of did it against, there was 2 sides that were like had their own wills to kill each other, and then this third party was kind of trying to get rid of both of those sides
Mm-hmm.
and stop the destruction. So they were kind of like enemies of the state of everybody,
Right.
but doing it for the betterment of the world. And so after they were gone, it was just kind of like, well, that's that, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And it was said that they were followers of Io were persecuted afterwards
Mhm.
because
Because they banished.
both
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
gods were banished, but it was followers of Bahamut that were leading that charge, or is that not?
No, the leaders of Bahamut were the ones that kind of abandoned Brannicore and went off to
Right.
Orkandi, and then Tiamat's group they're kind of like the main ones that remained in Brannicore.
Okay.
But both carried out some persecutions of it.
Mm-hmm.
Ojitai, as a follower of Bahamut, would probably agree that persecuting others is not correct, but what are you gonna do? Individuals are individuals at the end of the day. So
Mm-hmm.
there's some extremists on both sides.
Cool.
Yeah, and I think that is. Any other questions about anything? Before we continue, I know it was a little cryptic. It was meant to be.
Yes, I have one. Drew. We've put in the time. We've waited long enough. What's your guess? Go ahead.
I'm not fucking.
No.
sure.
You can tell us.
No,
it's-
no.
And then it's a safe space, Drew. It's a safe space.
I am curious to see what's going to come of this.
No, absolutely, man. Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, with that all being said and spoken, we'll continue where we left off. You guys had just come out of it. Rango basically watched you guys kind of finish up, and then your trip sitter was like, "Hey, it's time to go. It's time to get out." And so that is where we begin. So I guess kind of like, what's y'all's initial reactions to everything that just happened?
Oh man.
Initially, just like when Vision comes back, I'll immediately just look over at Saoirse and just kind of stare at him.
Yeah, I think he would make that eye contact with Ojutai, hold it there for a second, and then just kind of give like a
Yeah.
an acknowledgement, like a validation, like yeah, that happened. Like you're not crazy. Like I saw and heard that too. And sort of like oh shit, like this was big, but now it's like whoa. Hard to comprehend big. Yeah, was Rango still
Sitting.
right over by the fire?
Yeah.
Sitting at the fire? Think I would drift my my gaze around and maybe catch you over there. What's Rango looking like? Steve?
Once Ringo sees that Ojutai and Sersh are like have come to and are like no longer under the effects, and like it doesn't appear that any harm has come to them. If you look over, then you
I don't think he would. I don't think he would speak.
you'll see a bit of
Search, I mean. Sorry.
his shoulders kind of drop, and he had his ledger open, and he just shuts the ledger.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And is just kind of looking on at you guys.
What is Hack pretty? Oh, that's right. He said now get the fuck out of my cave, right?
Yeah.
So he's just kind of like
he's just kind of sitting
He's
there.
done with us.
yeah.
You see Hack
Yeah.
kind of like almost like nothing happened, starts kind of collecting up like like the cups and like pots and stuff, and like
Right.
kind of taking it back to like wash it somewhere. So he's just literally doing like remedial, just kind of like grabbing everything and cleaning it up, like nothing just
Yeah.
crazy went down.
It's just a Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
I mean, he did his job. He's
Yeah.
done his job.
Yeah. Okay. I think Serge would try to try to stand and see if he has his feet under him. And if he does, just kind of motion over to Rango, and I think he'd kind of put his hand out and maybe like rest it on your knee as you're sitting, recognizing that you shut the ledger and everything, and just give a nod of acknowledgement, like, thanks for looking out. Yeah, I just don't think he'd say much right now. Just kind of honor Hack and start to collect our things.
You hear Cormac kind of off in the distance. Is it time yet?
As
This
you
one's kind of itching.
as you kind of like nod towards me, I'll nod back and keep my head kind of bowed a bit and be like, so how do we get out of here? Or
Yeah, I think
And I'm kind of glancing over at Ojutai as well.
I'll kind of look back at Ojutai and back to Rango, and yeah, I think we need to find a place to sit down. Decompress with you. I don't even know where to go.
The ship.
Yeah. Good call.
I am. Wait, no, that's a ritual spell, right? Yeah. Okay. Because this cave is still full of.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Mhm.
So as you kind of say, go back to the ship, Hat kind of like butts in while he's like in the middle of cleaning stuff. So, you want to go out that way? There's
Point.
another way.
Okay. What way is it?
He kind of.
As I kind of like have started to gather coin for the teleportation circle, I
forgot,
just
I got
kind
you
of
guys.
zip my bag back up, like I'll save
got
the
you
money
guys
where
on
I
the
can.
Wrong roll 20 map. There we go. He points off over to the right. Or sorry, to the left of where you guys are standing, kind of around these fire pits, towards a little tunnel that leads down this way.
Nice.
You can go that way.
Didn't he tell us that goes deeper previously?
Yes, it goes deeper. But there's an exit eventually. Would you, I could guide you that way.
Lads, would you prefer to make a walk out, or I can get us to the ship? Just take a moment. You've arguably spent more time with this fellow than me at this point. And I'm just
Well,
kind
we
of
do.
looking towards Hack, like suspiciously, kind of.
Yeah. We've guided us this far, Hack. We do have the means of getting to Rango's ship from here. Is there anything that we need along that path on our way out? Or have you
Oh.
shown us everything?
What does one even need? See? People need things. Food, sleep, drink. But perhaps all of you have something you need there. Maybe you don't. Who is to say? But if you don't take this path now, don't expect to take it later.
And when after he says that out, Big Search would look up at Ojitai like, well, fuck.
Sounds like we might as well take the opportunity while it presents itself.
Can we expect any trouble on the other side of that door? I'm pretty well spent myself.
Through the cave.
Aye.
Deeper. Maybe some. Let me ask, how familiar are you with the Black Hollow?
Are we familiar with the Black Hollow?
Any history
History
checkers?
checks?
Any?
Ojita, I'll let you do a history check on it.
Okay.
And Saoirse also.
Okay. Here we go.
That's a dirty 20.
There you
Dirty
go.
that.
There you go.
Okay, heck yeah.
And a
Ew,
16.
little 16.
All right, cool. Saoirse, not as much. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you've heard of you've maybe heard of the Black Hollow, but I mean you've heard of it. Kind of blends in with the other million underground places that you know as a dwarf.
Gotcha.
Whereas Ojitai, you know the Black Hollow, kinda is this mythical place of, where some kind of like evil-minded dragonborns, kobolds, lizard folk, and even a dragon itself lays kind of guard, and it's kind of this gateway into this underground system underneath Brannicore. You kind of know this through texts that you have read, kind of growing up in the temple. Not a lot. The Guardian, which is a dragon of the Black Hollow, is a dragon named Gazai.
Gazai?
Gazai, kind of in this mythos.
That G.
Gizei.
I got that way wrong.
Yeah, same.
Gizei?
Gizei.
Okay.
Also, him being the Guardian isn't the only thing that it's, kind of on par with the Underdark. There's a lot of stuff. It basically is part of the Underdark, just kind of a more structured part of the Underdark. So you can expect other things to be down there as well.
And, he mentions the Black Hollow, then, and I'll just look at the door and look back. You're saying that's an entrance to the Black Hollow?
Yes, one.
Out in cave. Nothing special about it.
Well, it's one of the entrances. Yes. We have to it's several miles underground, but after several, we travel for a while. There's a big gate. There's lots of traps and things we have to watch out for. But then we go in and, see what happens.
Oh man. How feasible, out of character, how feasible is it that we could squeeze in a rest here under the nose of the enemy?
Just like an hour long.
Tiny hut.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we have tiny hut.
Yeah,
It just
you guys-
8 hours, man. It just feels like
Yeah, right.
some lolling is gonna be like, what's Yap Yap up to? Like,
Yeah.
like,
Um,
but yeah, dude. I mean, gosh, I want to go so bad, and I think we should. But yeah, I'm pretty fucking spent too.
It'll be kind of
The thing
without
is,
some sort of. Yeah, it'll be kind of hard. I mean, you guys could maybe think of a way to try to pull this off, but it'll be a little difficult.
Man, what if? Oh man.
I mean,
I
bet-
guess we could make a deal with Hack, like if we teleport up to the ship, rest on the ship, teleport back down, meet him,
lads,
tomorrow morning or something.
what's the move here? Did you guys glean anything from your little vision quest?
Yeah,
Definitely got some answer.
there's a lot to take in. But yes, I think we both have information to give.
Is there
Maybe not understanding, but information at least.
does the Black Hollow seem relevant to our path?
I think
Hard to say.
any location, person, idea that is considered legend or is only known in the texts of books. I think anything like that is relevant now. It feels like.
That is incredibly vague.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party, friend.
I'm just gonna look towards Hack. What kind of expression?
He's just kind of got this like Like I don't know, he's just kind of looking at you like
God, fucking
Like, this
God.
is
Yeah.
weird.
Shady
God.
grin.
yeah,
He
it's
just
just this
loves
weird
it.
smile like
He
grin.
just
Yeah.
loves it. I mean, I think it would be, yeah, out of character, but
Out of character, I'm all for Black Hollow, but does it make sense
yeah,
to our characters? To me, Tarango, fucking, Rango doesn't really know the direction from here, honestly.
yeah,
Because, like, you know, he was already like, I don't even know if we should go to Yup Yup's cave, if that's like our best use of time. But now you guys have done the vision quest, and so
Ojutai will speak up. Well, the Black Hollow's a mythical location for dragons and dragonborn. It could have some more information on what exactly we're dealing with.
agreed, and without,
Here's a better explanation. So, because I don't think I got it across as
Still
well
here.
as I should have. When I say mythical, kind of think about if like Dragon Hell had a purgatory. That's kind of what the Black Hollow is.
oh shit,
Okay.
So it's not like you're not going like this is not like a like a ruins or anything like that. This is kind of like a mythical place that is supposed to be like not a great time, and somewhere that a person that would study Bahamut would probably not like feel comfortable going to.
Fuck, I haven't felt comfortable like most of the places we've gone to. So
Yes, that's true. That's
he's hitting
true.
over that part.
That's true. But yeah, so it's like I was saying, it's like in the Underdark, but it's this place where like, you know, it's not great.
yeah,
It's not a fun time.
Definitely not a place I want to just run headlong into.
one does not simply walk into the Black Hollow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Heck, could we take a rest here for a moment before we go down there?
You want to take a rest before you go? Hmm? How do you plan to do that? Yep, Yup's men are surely going to come for you.
Well, I mean, we could go beyond that door, and I could cast Tiny Hut and lock the door.
cast stone shape.
You can do Tiny Hut.
I just nod.
So it'd be like a home inside my home. Would I be invited?
I look towards Sershin and Ojutai.
If you plan on coming along as our guide, I don't see why not.
So I can be. And he begins kind of clapping and kind of jumping up and down a little bit. Great. I don't worry about the others. I will take care of it. And you see he begins kind of walking towards the doorway, like past
Oh,
you
shit.
guys.
Okay.
Very slowly. He's got his like cane, so he's just kind of walking. Does anybody say or do anything?
I point out that we still have Cormit and Yup Yup with us.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny is on the ship, correct?
Oh,
Yes.
right.
Is anyone else on the ship with him?
Our boy.
Santiago.
Yeah.
Santiago's up there? Okay. Ojutai, you have a sending stone, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Gosh, yeah, we gotta get Kenny's thoughts, dude.
I'll Cormit, bring Yup Yup out here. We're gonna rest a minute.
You sure? Yeah, I can. You want him out?
Yeah, drag his ass out here.
Hmm. You see Cormant, Yap Yap is still unconscious, and Cormant kind of his big rifle like under one arm, and then he's got Yap Yap by like some loose rope that is like hogtied him, just dragging him along the pavement, or the rock, I should say, and he just kind of walks him over to this edge here and just kind of sits next to him.
While they were in the fucking Vision Quest,
Yes.
I went in there and unlocked a bunch of chests. Did we go over what was in those chests?
I believe.
I think Ryan just said it was like spoils of war.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
guess
Lots of
not-
gold and like items that like were obviously like personal items or like personal effects that were taken that were kind of deemed valuable for whatever reason. Some of it junk, some of it actually valuable.
How much gold?
Like most of the gold from Northold, like basically a whole city's worth of gold from like the treasury people, like a lot.
Like, put a number on. Do you want me to pick? I'll pick the number.
Number is zeros. Rough number is
Very,
zero.
yeah. You couldn't carry all of it, that's for sure.
What about this bag of holding?
It's still got a limit eventually.
It does have a capacity of 500 pounds.
You would exceed that limit
How
with as much gold as there.
how many pounds of platinum? How what's the platinum per pound rate?
Here, I'll give you a number. All right. There's
Because right
I'll
now
say
my bag of holding is at 131 out of 500
I'll say if
pounds.
if you wanted to start shoveling gold in right now.
Well, this would have been during some of their Vision Quest.
Okay, while you were like they were doing that, I'll say that you were managed to shovel in about 10,000 gold pieces into the bag of holding.
Okay. Epic.
Like an exponential amount of
So
gold.
they do have a rate.
Yeah.
They have an official rate. Yeah.
Oh,
Of weight?
of the weight?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
One pound of platinum is 500 gold pieces worth. So 10,000 gold pieces worth would be 20 pounds of
But
platinum.
is that
if it's
a
but if
raw
it's
platinum?
in gold,
It's
right?
gold. It's like
if it's
gold.
in gold, then yeah,
Yeah, it's like gold.
yeah. It's 50 gold pieces for 1 pound of gold. So that would be
So these aren't platinum coins, you're saying?
that would be
They're gold.
10,000
They
would
are
be
gold.
200 pounds of gold.
Yeah, so you've managed to shovel in 200 pounds of gold into your bag.
Okay.
That's pretty decent.
Yeah. Rico, or
Fuck.
Rico. Rango is also going on a trip right now of gold lust.
You said there were
Go ahead.
personal effects and items in there as
Yeah.
well.
So like there
we do a
is
Specific
ahead.
search for like any tactician sort of like documents that could be connected
when I say
to...
personal effects, I meant
Uh-huh.
like
I got yeah,
others' possessions he took.
gotcha. So did we roll for like any sort of documentation that he might have had
I believe you
regarding
guys did
this
find a
Tiamat
map.
stuff? Okay.
Tiamat? No, you haven't found anything about
Oh,
Tiamat.
yeah.
Ojitad found a map, and it was like you were very upset with.
Right.
How
It was
Yeah.
poorly
very poorly drawn.
Yeah, it was not.
It was
was
just
not
like
good.
general area of like this over here, this over there, and nothing was specific on it.
That's right. That's right.
Well, when Cormant brings Yap Yap out, I'll look at them. Do we really need this one at this point?
So you say no?
Please say no.
He did seem more talk than anything.
Fuck. I can't remember why the fuck I said that I wanted to keep him alive.
We've gotten more out of speaking with Hack than we'd ever
Right.
get from him.
I think that's why you were keeping him to try to. We didn't have any information before the Vision Quest, so I think we
Okay.
were gonna try to squeeze every bit we could out of him.
Okay.
But it kind of seems, yeah, it almost seems. He almost seems like a much smaller piece of it all after that.
Mhm.
While you guys are having this conversation, you see Hack finishing up casting some sort of. He's been casting a spell. He's not finishing up, but he's in the middle of casting some sort of spell while he's sitting there at the entrance now. While you guys have been having this conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there any way, just like kind of looking at him, is there any way would I be familiar with, maybe
What?
the magic or the spell in particular that he's using?
Yeah, you can give me like an Arcana check if you would like.
Cool. What's our boy doing? I have no fucking clue. He's just over there waving his hands. He's doing something.
There's some particle effects.
He's
It's definitely
magicking.
magic.
He's doing some
Definitely
magic.
Yeah.
dude.
Doing some magic.
he's magicking.
This guy's a mystical being.
I mean, no,
Cool.
there's oh,
Go ahead.
there's still information to get out of Yep, right?
Hey, we can always try.
Mm.
We got him. Mm-hmm.
Should we try to wake him up?
Yeah, because if we are gonna practically, if we are gonna rest, I think I have a couple slots so I can try to, like, if he's not cooperating, try to, like, charm with him before we reset everything.
Yeah, give him a kick.
Oh, I can do that. And while Yap Yap is like prone on the ground, Cormit rears his leg back and kicks him like right in the side, like in his ribs. And very suddenly Yap Yap kind of like,
Why did you do that? Let me out. Let me out of this. You are all gonna pay for what you've done to Yab Yab today. Your bodies will lay in piles of hay.
Hey, Rango, you said you got a good amount of gold out of that tent, didn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Keep
Ah,
it
so
metal in my
it seems like we were the ones that were paid. Oh, nice.
war chest you stolen from me. What do you want?
Information. That's it. That's all I give you.
Well, what kind? Usually, you know, when I take people and we torture them, and then we ask them things that we want to know. So what kind of information?
I'll look over at Rango.
So you're the boss, huh? Big cheese.
I don't think so, not necessarily. However, yeah, we're looking for more information on how we can stop Tiamat. So you'll die. You die, or you give us information. That's basically the deal here.
give me a persuade, or like, yeah, you're trying to persuade him to think that he's gonna live the situation.
I'll step over.
Unless you plan on leaving him alive.
I'm gonna cast
And
guidance
still
on you.
persuade him that you're gonna do that, because right now he thinks he's a dead
Mm.
little kobold.
Okay. Got it. Okay. That is a 25 plus a d4.
A 25 plus a d4?
26.
Okay, cool.
Well, what about Tiamat?
How do we banish Tiamat back to the non-hills?
Well, why would you want to do that?
That doesn't matter. What matters is that we want to. We're the ones asking the questions. You're the one giving the answers here. So
Well, I would never want to, so I don't know.
insight check.
Okay.
Pretty sure that I fucking Cole
You're
knows.
still guided.
Cole knows,
Because
but
it's like a minute or something.
25 plus fucking 27. 27.
You look at this creature on the ground before you hog tied up, and big picture's not in his picture.
Yeah. Cool.
I want to turn
I'll-
back. Oh, okay. Good.
I'll step up and ask, what were your plans on from here? Where were you moving to next?
Well, first we gotta get rid of all that little tower, and then we were gonna keep going south, but
What's
those
so
damn-
important about the tower?
it's in the way. We can't just leave it there.
It's
What is-
in the way physically, or the forces that are occupying it are in your way?
Well, the force is there. Yeah.
Why would the tower impede you physically? You just walk around it.
Well, yeah, but then we get stabbed in the back or something.
Fair. What were your orders or plans after you were to destroy the tower?
Well, we were to try and hold the eastern entrance into the Branacor and make it where no one can come in.
Seems believable enough.
Mm.
I want to turn
Were you
back.
getting
How is
your-
Hack's spell coming along?
You can see now that there is like one giant. It's not done, but there is like this giant wall of magic now that's covering like that whole side of like the entrance of the Yap Yap Slayer. Right there.
Opaque, transparent.
Right now, it's kind of like this opaque.
Okay.
And it's kind of like opaque, a little bit purplish,
But not complete.
not complete.
Okay.
What was Ojitai gonna ask?
Ask, who were you getting orders from? General Bellows?
No. No. I was I prayed to Tiamat a lot. Did lots of sacrifices. And she appreciated me. So I got to speak with her. Not directly face to face, but she tells me what to do. And then I do things. We come up from the underground. Back that way, and he points down sort of the tunnel.
Hmm.
Tunnel where we came from, or the tunnel where...
The tunnel where Hack is planning on leading you guys.
There's tunnels that lead all underground that interconnect.
So does the Black Hollow mean anything to you?
Black Hollow.
You mean the,
The dark
blessed?
place? I know about the dark. There's the dark place, and
Down that way.
yeah. There's Gazai. I know about him, but he's he kind of doesn't do anything.
What is he's dormant,
I don't
or is
know.
he, or is he just he's just hanging out?
I don't really talk with him. But then there's these guys in green there, and they're real protective over stuff. I don't get it. But that's part of the way I talk to Tiamat. The eye.
The eye.
The
The
eye.
eye?
Mm. The eye in the dark. Mm.
What's that?
Okay.
Tiamat's messenger for me
Is it a
in physical form.
Is it a person?
It's the eye.
Right. What does the eye look like?
An eye.
Really? Is it big?
Yeah. Not really.
Are we
Big to
talking
me.
like the size of my eye, or are we talking
No.
like?
No.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Is there any kind of check that I could do to like determine if I know what he might be talking about? Cole thinks he knows, but I don't know if Ringo would.
Sure.
So what kind of check would you want here?
You can do a what kind of check would Ringo do? Trying to figure out what this is. It's a creature of some kind.
I think
You
it's
think?
Arcana.
Sure. If you're thinking magical, yeah.
You wouldn't. I think that it's been longer
don't-
than a minute.
Rango doesn't know.
Okay.
So it's bigger than my eye.
Yeah.
How big are we talking? If we want to find this, where would we find it down there in the dark place?
How big? Kind of big, but not big. And it kind of, it's just in the dark place. It comes to me when I go down there sometimes. Eye in the
Like-
dark.
So if we take
See-
you down there with us, then it'll come up. It'll show up.
Oh, I don't know.
just,
Maybe.
Just gonna kind of look towards Saoirse Nojitai like,
So when you speak with Tiamat and with the eye, you know, you stroll up. It's a chamber. It's dark, and then out of the darkness, an eye appears and speaks with you. Is
Yeah,
that kind of the gist?
yeah. And
Okay.
then,
So it's not necessarily an artifact. It may actually be the eye of a creature you just can't see. It's all dark.
maybe. But the eye goes solid white when I talk to Tiamat.
Okay. Okay.
It moves.
Does it blink?
Is it blank?
does it blink?
Does it blink?
Does it blank? I don't know. I never really thought about it. Maybe. Maybe it's got eye drops or something. I don't know.
But that's all. That's all the eye does. Is it just acts as a way of communicating back with Tiamat. It's never been. You've never used it any other way.
It's all it does for me.
Okay. Fair enough. Cool. You mentioned some green guys down there.
Mm, yeah,
What are they?
green.
What are they? What do they look? Green as in the
Are they wearing green or are they green?
Are they kobolds? Are they dragonborn?
Maybe both. Whoa, hold on. You asked me like 6 questions there. Okay.
Answer all of them in order.
Maybe both. Maybe both. And that was it, I think.
So you could have just said maybe both and been done with it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know what I'm talking about.
We needed the specific answer to the specific question.
Yeah, I don't really see them much either.
Is one always there with you when you use the eye?
Mm,
Like, are you not allowed to? Are you not allowed to communicate with Tiamat without, them being present?
it's not really like that.
Okay.
You don't really see them unless they want you to see you.
Unless they want you to see you.
Them,
Unless
whatever.
you to see you.
little
Rango's like crazy.
Rango's having
I
a-
was crazy once.
Existential
They locked me in a
crisis.
room, a rubber room.
A rubber room with rats.
About this time, you see that you see the spell is being finished cast over there, and the hole that leads back out of the cave is now just this giant. It looks like the night sky. It looks like space. It's just void of stars and what looks like outer space.
Fuck.
That's pretty.
That is pretty.
We're done now. We can go. Oh,
That was Hack. Said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
With that low Arcana roll that Saoirse made, I just like
Yep,
to think
yep,
that
it's-
he's just like,
In
oh my
awe.
god, he made a portal to space.
Yep, is awake. I thought he was dead. Will he die?
shut up, crazy old man.
Yeah, what's your opinion of Yep Yep here, Hack? Got any
Well-
questions for him? He's very forthcoming.
No, I don't have any questions for him. I'm tired of talking to him. First, we got here, and we thought he was just like us, just older. But then then he talked about some IO and all this other stuff, and how Tiamat's not great, and sacrilege stuff. Then we tried to persecute him, and then that's how my first army died. And then after that, we just kind of stopped messing with him and just kind of let him do it. He makes tea or some shit over there and kind of cleans things. But I don't know.
Heck, Yup Yup mentioned an eye down here in the Black Hollow. Do you have any idea what he's talking about? He said he used
The
it to
eye in the
communicate
dark?
with Tiamat.
Yes, there is an eye in the dark.
Is that an artifact? He described it. He was just in a dark chamber, and the eye would appear to go solid white when he was talking with Tiamat. Is it an eye on a creature? Are we talking about the eye of a dragon, or is it an artifact? Do you have any more information on that?
I believe it. The eye is its own creature, its own artifact.
How big is the eye?
Oh, big eye.
In feet.
Mm. No feet, just an eye.
In a unit of measurement.
Bigger than you.
All right. How many of me? Stacked on top of each other, standing straight up.
Oh, it doesn't stand.
Right. Me as a fucking. I walk away. I start to huff and puff. I start to huff and puff and walk away.
See, he's crazy.
I was crazy once. I seriously do walk
Oh.
away.
Mm-hmm.
All of that. There's nothing else we can think of for asking Yap Yap here.
I'll start making my way up and around to Cormit.
Yep,
I think
yep,
this is going well.
And he's just
Yeah.
I like to imagine him with one arm, like long arming the rifle down to his head, like just sipping
Yeah.
on the other. Yeah, it's going pretty well.
Yeah, babe. Do Tiamat's forces use the black? He said the black hollow wasn't necessarily. It was just a part of the system that was underground beneath all of Vernical, right? It's not the whole thing, of course. Okay.
Right.
So is Tiamat using the underdock and the underground system here to move her forces throughout Vernical?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's how we took River March.
Yeah, we've known that since session 2.
Oh shit.
Where you been, Scotty? The fuck?
Yeah, no shit, right? Jeez, it's tough. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because we saw a huge fucking army and we're like, I don't think we're ready for this.
Pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, because that's where the were they deep gnomes?
Yes, there was deep gnomes there. Yeah, they were like, yeah.
They weren't like... They weren't the Peshies, but the Peshies.
It was
were underground.
Markovs.
Markovs, yes, yes, of course, the Russians. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's Christina Markov, who was, she was very much in tune with Tiamat.
Right.
And there was also the professor in the school that was above where they were coming out of. And in the caves just outside where you found Kenny. And Mr. Kankins' son.
Wonder what Christina Markov's doing.
After huffing and puffing, and she's dead, right?
Christina Markov, we found her dead.
She's been dead for a while. She was dead in the assault on River March.
Yeah, I took her book, and then the fucking corn.
We found him. We found this other.
Right, jeez.
We found this one professor. He was all lit on fire. He had some big tank on his back. It blew up. And some other stuff. I was there.
As he says that, I'm gonna like try and interrupt him mid sentence and be like, "All right, are we done with yep yeah?"
I've got an idea if we're done with them, and I'll pull out the portable hole, and unroll it, put it on the ground where there's just a portal. You said it goes into the 9 hells.
The 9 hells. Well, yeah, I don't think I'll make it very long there. But it's been a good ride.
Are you laying it out like, you know?
If Cormit's got him up on that ledge, I'm putting it like down at the base of the ledge.
Yeah.
Cool. Cormit still has his gun to his back of his head.
This is where Tiamat stayed for a while. So she might have some friends. We shall see. Do I get some last words?
I'm gonna look towards Cormit and shake my head no.
Fair enough.
Cormit, would you like to do the honors?
Yes, I would. And he pulls the trigger and blows his head off, and the dead body falls into the hole.
I would like to... I thought that I wasn't going to be able to do this, but Cormit's method actually made it possible.
Okay.
Is this a reaction? Yes. I would like to use my reaction to soul cage Yup Soul.
Damn.
Cool. So you cage Yap Soul. As it's falling, the body falls through the portal in the ground and goes into the 9 hells.
Damn. All is fair in love and war.
You just see a
just 4 travelers just coming down the mountains of, Eastern Brannicore, just, helping a dude with his But a nice dude with his cabbages to now executing high-ranking officers in an army
Yeah.
into the pits of the Nine Hells.
As
Oh,
then
how
also
far
just
we've come.
taking their souls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as the body tumbles off into the hole, you just see a stream of ethereal gold, like, flow into my ledger.
I'll have to look at that spell. He cannot talk to you, right? You just have his soul.
I can ask him questions.
Okay, cool.
Is
Good
that question for Rango? Not in game, but is that the first time we have seen you cage a soul?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You
There
caged
is
his soul?
verbal, somatic, and material. So you just hear me say some elven shit.
Did he just cage his soul?
I'm confused by the fact that Corbett would know.
I mean, like, I blew his head off, and other than the blood coming out, I seen some gold shit, which usually means you're involved.
Right.
Flow into your book.
Right.
It's basically like I didn't kill him. Give me the book.
His bloodlust is unsatisfied.
I mean,
He just wants to see the pink mist, dude. You took it away.
You saw the pink mist. You saw the pink mist. He's dead.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Alright.
dead.
Just rolling up the portable hole, putting it back in my bag.
Is
Wow, you guys are really fucked up.
Looney Tunes looking ass.
that Hack saying that to us?
Yes, yeah.
Like you said, Hack,
He was a bad guy, but
we ain't the chosen one.
no. Now, and about this tiny hut. I think we're okay now.
Right on, they can't get through there. None of them know any magic that's strong enough to get through there.
I don't think they would want to.
Yeah, just curious, Hack. What have you done there?
You
I've never
created a
seen.
rift
I've
to
never seen
space?
such magic. yeah. Yeah. My 5 Arcana check. I'm just like, a Hack. What is this beautiful thing?
We're underground. Why is Sky here?
Yeah. No, I think Serge would be genuinely curious. If
Well,
anything, just to glean like,
Yeah.
what kind of magic wielder Hack is.
It's just, it's a thing. Now there's only one way to go. Unless
Yeah.
you're brave enough to go that way.
No, it's beautiful. It looks very serene, but quite terrifying. I think it's a
No,
a
come
good
here, I'll show
deterrent.
you.
Sure.
And he grabs you by the hand and begins caning you over.
I start casting Tiny Hut.
Before Ojutai goes into the tiny hut, I'm gonna pull out the sending stone and send out to Kenny. We're following a lead down here. Yap Yap's been dealt with. Might be a minute.
Okay. Good. We'll continue to hold position. I haven't really seen or heard anything from anybody. Our friend here is sleeping right now. So I've just been keeping watch. It's been quiet. Bit eerie.
I'll check in from time to time. This doesn't take too long.
Sounds good.
You guys see as Search is led over to where this what appears to be night sky is.
So,
You wanna know what it is?
I am curious.
Making a post strength check.
Oh, what? Sorry.
I need you to make an opposed strength check.
I'm sorry.
Oh, a strength check. Okay.
An
Okay.
opposed one, yeah.
So just straight strength roll.
Yeah.
Oh, God. An 8.
You guys see as Sersh is shoved into this night sky.
Big.
Sersha, you, for a moment, you feel like that, like, soul leaving your body feeling, like when you think you're about to fall off a
Like
cliff.
just as you start to fall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you lean forward as he shoves you through, and then you realize that you're just standing on the same ground. It's just like an illusion.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Nice.
But you're in the middle of this illusion right now, so...
And I'm kind of like so
You guys have just seen Sersha shoved into this black void.
So they can't see me.
No.
And so what it does it to me it just looks more of the same, like I'm just standing in all of that.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, so you're just kind of in the middle of this right now. Like, what is going on?
They go instinctively, like as I like am shoved forward to go. Just start like.
He turns around and looks at you, Ojitai, and you, Ringo, and just.
I'm like
Do I
looking at my
hear the
ledger,
giggle?
so
Yeah.
Okay, I just walk back towards it,
You see Sersha walk back out of the void.
and then I'll give a soft chuckle and just be like, "Yeah, good one, good one, hack." As I sort of run to the corner where I have to take a piss.
Many more where that came from. You want to know how I got these scars? All right, so you're casting Tiny Hut.
ja.
Is anybody else doing anything right now?
Wanted to look.
So you said we, like in the spoils of war that Rango was going through, I'm assuming it was just like mundane items.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to do like kind of like an investigation, you might find something kind of nice.
Yeah, I think I
Sure.
would be curious and spend some time over there.
If we've got the time.
Mhm.
Whenever
Sure.
what's his name? Whenever Yup Yup was stripped of all his items, was there anything magical on his person?
No.
Okay.
I know I took the mace that he had.
Yeah, he did
which
have
was
that
the whole
mace.
thing that Hack explained.
Yeah. He did have the mace, but that was it.
You said, I'm sorry, you said investigation checks? Is that right?
Yes.
I will guide myself for this one. Good night. Send help.
What did you roll?
11.
11. You're able to
Oh,
like you
worse.
kind of you rolled worse. You kind of Saoirse, you're kind of going through things and like, dude, it's like everything from like wooden utensils for like eating food to like just gold pieces. It's just there's no organization. So like after just kind of going through all this stuff, you kind of get tired and you end up settling on this brown sack that you open up, and inside are 3 greater healing potions inside.
Could also just kind of like fill my money coffers worth of personal
Sure.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say that you're able to probably get about we'll say 2,500 pieces of gold for yourself.
Okay.
Ojitai, you kind of look through and you keep going through containers and every time you go through, all you find at first is this wooden spoon that just keeps popping up in each one that you go through.
Oh my.
And each time that I find it, I just take it and I like throw it behind me.
Right, yeah. And then behind that usually is just random items that don't mean anything or have any kind of value. Eventually you get bored of it, and eventually you kind of settle on, you find like a nice like set of daggers. It's like 5 daggers that somebody would use like for throwing daggers.
Okay.
Going through Yep things, I see.
Got a little bit of time to collect ourselves. We'll try to do something useful.
Your frog friend, I don't get the idea he likes me very much.
Not the most trusting sort.
Would you mind calling him over to the tent, please?
Are you looking to discuss something with him?
Kinda. Make amends. Make friends.
Hey, Cormit.
Yeah.
A moment.
I can come in there. And just as soon as I figure out how to get Yep out of that book, finish the job.
Finish the job.
Might be a while. I'll just come in there.
He starts walking into the tent.
Yeah. What is it?
I'll just look at Hack.
Oh, it's Cormit, right? Is your name? I have something for you that I think will make us great friends. I've seen Yap Yap bring it in, and I've never seen a tool like it. And he kind of begins rummaging through Yap Yap's things, and he just kind of throwing stuff out and throwing bags of gold and like healing potions and things and smacking the ground and smashing. And then he finally kind of reaches in very deep into the bottom of one of these chests, and he begins pulling something out of there. And it's like slowly coming up. And what you see is some sort of helm made of iron. And it doesn't really seem to have any kind of protective features. But it's got these 2 weird kind of like places, like holders for something on either side of it. And then these like tubings that's coming down that kind of wrap around where the mouth would be, like the chin. And he begins giving it to Cormit.
What is this?
It's a helm for you. Put it on. And he puts it on.
Now, take one of your beers and stick it in one side in a little holder.
Cormit kind of cautiously does that.
Now take that part of the tube and kind of shove it in there.
Do that. Kind of does it. Great. Now, put the tube on your mouth and suck on it. And Cormit does this, and his eyes light up as he realizes that he's drinking hands-free now. Cormit looks very serious for a moment.
You're my best friend. You.
And he walks out with a small tear coming out of his eye. Now we're all friends. Where's this hut? And he walks out of the tent as well.
I think I would Saoirse would have gone over to Rango. Is he Rango just hanging out near the hut or in the hut?
Yeah.
Just kind of find him and Rango, the Soul Collector. That's new.
What's this about a soul? How do you guys know that I collected a soul? I never
just
said
took
that
a
I
guess.
collected a soul.
Meh. It's true, but you know,
It does make
he
a bit
did
sense,
kind of
though.
get his head blown off, and an essence came out of him and went into your book. I was just kind of assuming. Is that not what you're doing?
That is exactly what I did.
Yeah. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's another one of another one of the gifts I've been granted. There's there's a handful of things. It's somewhat limited, but it could come in handy.
So it's
Less handy with Yup Yup than others, I would say. The cunt.
is it something that you've learned to do and are doing on your own? I just know that you've had some unfortunate run-ins with that Mammon fellow before. Is he forcing your hand on this for some reason?
No. It's it could be beneficial. And Yup Yup wasn't the best fellas, so.
Awesome. Yeah. I know we trust you. I assumed when you collected it, it would probably benefit us down the road in some way. So.
Should. Won't be the last time I do it, if I had to guess, given, the company that we've kept.
Yeah,
Or rather, the company we've ran into, I should say. Not that we've necessarily kept.
Yeah, man, it's gotten
Doc?
it's gotten a little hard to fathom, even for our standards. I thought, man, there's been multiple times along this journey that I thought we were in over our heads. But now, man, I feel like I look up and all I see is yards and yards of ocean above me. It just feels like we are, I don't know, it's heavy. Seems really important. Not that what we were doing before wasn't, but Ojitai and I looking forward to sitting down and talking with you about it. Get your insight on it. It was fascinating, but quite frankly terrifying. I think his like gaze would just kind of drift to the floor, just kind of like tunnel visioning for a second.
Stare, kind of.
Yeah, kind of thinking back on the vision.
Well, we can get some rest and then tell me after. Okay, get me all caught up.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys didn't find any more gold in those chests, did you? I didn't get to get all of it.
You ever seen the movie Too Fast, Too Furious, Ranko? Pockets ain't empty, cuz. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I was able to gather a little more on my person. There's still plenty back there. There's so
There is.
much.
Yeah. Oh, good to know. All right. I'm just kind of looking, glaring back at the tent.
Just like itching.
Right. Well. Are Cormit, Hack, Ojitai still in the tent?
Yeah. Cormit kind of sees you look back at the tent very kind of lustfully, and he kind of comes up and he taps you on the back. Don't worry, I struggle with addiction too.
As he's wearing
Says, yes.
Didn't think of it, I think. We had a friend that had an addiction problem before.
I just
betrayed us and left us.
kind of nudge him in the side and go, "We've all got our vices."
Some are worse than others. I'm not judging though.
Oh man, is that what I think it is? As I just like pick up a thing of ale and just start
He runs over like a
pouring
baby.
into it.
Like a baby, his hands are like that, and he just runs over.
It's like, can I refill your helm?
Oh, please do.
Hell yeah. Now I think
Yeah.
at the mention of Gangu, I think get pretty solemn.
Yeah. Cool. Well, your new friend is just kind of the tent's made, correct?
Yeah, I mean, 10
Yeah,
minutes.
So tiny hut. I mean, sorry. Wow, this such magic to do something like this. Which corner is mine?
Well, it's a circle, so there's
Round?
no corners.
How small-minded of you. Huh?
Or infinite corners. Yeah, I guess. I guess. We don't have designated corners typically. We typically don't designate corners anytime that we do this whole hut thing. So
I'll stay in the center.
that is atypical, I would say, but okay.
And he just kind of, like, he doesn't roll out anything. He just kind of plops down on the ground and then just kind of lays over and he falls asleep.
Oh, is that? Should we talk now or after we rest?
I'm fine for either. However y'all are feeling about it.
I do have a little left to give.
Hey, will you put Rango
I
on the
was thinking
fucking
maybe,
Roll20 map? I just deleted myself.
Rango disappears.
Rango!
Go.
Damn it! I knew it. That's funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I could, basically what I'm getting at is, within that vision quest, there was talk. So is Hack, is he kind of falling asleep?
Yeah, Hack is just
I'm
falling asleep right in
assuming
the middle.
he's hearing, like, he's hearing everything though. I'm gonna
You can
assume,
assume
like,
whatever you want.
yeah. Just, yeah. Yeah, there's just a lot of, we can get more into it. There's just some talk, of deities lost to the sands of time, almost. And I do have the ability to cast commune. I could check in with Morden if maybe he would have any more insight on that sort of level before we rest. Could do that a couple times. Say at least once. If we wanted to do that.
What kind of... What deities?
Hack introduced us, maybe just me, because I haven't really had a chance. I mean, we didn't
Haven't
really speak
discussed
to
the other.
each other at all in the Vision Quest. We spoke to Hack, but not to each
Uh,
other in that, right?
Yeah, when Rango asks about the deities,
Mm-hmm.
Ojutai will step up and say, well, revealed parts of a pantheon of draconic deities that I wasn't aware of.
I get a little bit wide-eyed at the fact that Ojutai wasn't
Some
aware.
that seem to have been lost to time. Made you aware of Ahmet and Yamat, who were the two that I knew of. They had a sister, Vorel, and parent to them all was Io. And
Who Hack is a proclaimed follower of. claims he's one of the last.
And through the infighting between Tiamat and Bahamut themselves, Vorel ended up being killed. Supposedly by Tiamat, blamed on Bahamut. In the aftermath, they were both banished from the realm. Tiamat is tried to return before and has succeeded. Bahamut came to meet her. There was much life lost here in Branacor. This was their battleground. During that, there were worshippers of Io that banded together. They were chosen to lead this chosen one with enchanted ring with a wish on it. This chosen one is how Tiamat was vanquished last time through this wish. We don't know exactly what has happened to all of these chosen, but supposedly Io has chosen another to do the same.
He spoke a lot of fate. Seems to be maybe what he is the guardian of. Claims he cannot change it himself, but was pretty thematic to his actions. His words.
And
He says, yeah, as Ojitai mentioned, another chosen one fated to, lead the, not necessarily resistance, but bring balance back to Branacor by expelling Tiamat once again.
And what of the previous chosen one, and this ring?
Using this wish consumed them. We really were able to glean from Hack.
Yeah, made it seem that the chosen one was self-aware that the choice he or she had to make would cost them not only their life but their soul.
Okay. And what of the ring?
Actually, don't remember. Ojitai? I don't know if it was
anything
said.
specific of it or not.
Is Hack wearing any rings?
You kind of look at him and you don't see any rings, no?
There was mention of 5 followers of Io that accompanied the Chosen One on their quest to the top of Dragonback Mountain, which is where the wish was made. In that journey, 3 were confirmed slain. There wasn't much information after the fact on the other 2.
The elders had said that followers of Bahamut sent Tiamat back however many years ago. But now we're being told something else.
Yeah, from Ojak, correct me if I'm wrong. It kind of we were told that the followers of Io, after Tiamat was banished again, they were persecuted and by both sides, followers of Bahamut and Tiamat, because they were seen as the instruments of the disappearance of their respective gods. They were villainized, and it kind of was given the sense that, you know, history would be remembered by those who wrote it. I wouldn't necessarily call the followers of Bahamut or Tiamat the victors in all of this, but I think the story that was told throughout the years were lies shrouding the truth. So, thinking back to our conversation with the elders in the wood, and our frustration that they seemed unprepared, it might be a consequence of that, of the wrong story being told to them for generations and sort of cultivated in ignorance.
It seems to
Seems
add up.
Seems they maybe took gaps that they didn't know the reasoning of how or why, and filled in their own stories with their own beliefs through Bahamut.
And Ojata, you are taking Hack's word over the elders here.
And it looks down at as I am.
And not just Hackswood. Fucking Io, mate.
You mean
If I'm not mistaken, I mean, we were high as shit, don't get me wrong.
Ojutai just kind of nods at that.
it looked it?
I'm pretty sure we spoke with Io himself. And then
I'm
like
chuckling
he
a bit.
he like right, he's like serious, but then he also like chuckles like at the absurdity of, you know, of that notion, but then also like, you know, he has talked to Moradin, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, it's not within, you know, it's not outside the realm of possibility, but a forgotten god,
Right,
you know, like one
he-
that, yeah,
You know, now we're just coming up with and I talked
Right.
to Billy Joel, the god of yeah. I don't know any fucking songs off the top of my head.
How's
Sorry.
Billy Joel doing?
Can't finish that joke. My bad.
He's still at that piano, man.
Right. So, who's the chosen one then? The new chosen one.
All we know is none of us.
The one thing that was told to us is that Io either knows or believes that, as fate would have it, we're destined to journey with them. But it's none of us.
When you say us, you mean who exactly? Because we're a bit spread.
Right. I mean,
Our company.
with the context that we had inside the vision, I can only safely say us three and Coleman. Kenny wasn't with us. Gengar wasn't with us. But not sure. Definitely, I guess one thing, definitely not me or Ojutai. We were pretty much told flat out.
Mm-hmm.
So
That much for certain. It seemed to have to do with Oh crap. The word just completely escaped me. Alignment. It seemed to have to do with your intentions. It seemed
that
that
was more neutrally
yeah,
defined.
yeah.
Not
If you were,
good, not evil. Balanced.
it seemed that the chosen one was, could have been a farmer. Seemed like a commoner. Someone who was not in the fold, not in the fray, but one that was purely neutral, acting for the sake of, I don't know, life itself. What do you think, Ochitai?
Yeah, who do you think it is, Arshita? Do we have any guesses? Truly neutral. Ringo will start to ponder.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Every time we, find out that or fight a bullywug king, or learn that our memories have been erased for the past month, or meet 5 dragon elders, or fight a colossus, or face Tiamat. Every time it gets bigger, this feels like the top.
Doesn't it always?
Very true.
Well, this seems to conveniently fit or fill a lot of empty puzzle pieces we had. I hate to say it, I think I prefer this news to the kind of insight that was given by is Dramoka the leader?
Yes.
The insight that was given by Dramoka as far as how to banish Tiamat. Sounds like this is a real tangible answer, despite the fact that we don't know who the Chosen is or where this ring is. At least we know something that we can quest for. That was...
And now with this new information about this path leading down to the Black Hollow, a lot of what Yep was saying seems like we could learn more. Which is how you mentioned that in the teachings of the Black Hollow, it's like a purgatory of sorts.
Something like that. Not necessarily the best place to be.
Yeah. I wonder Gazai? Correct?
Yes.
Gazai?
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if he's a player or if he's just a guardian of that realm, or not realm, but space, but not sure. And also,
Green ones.
yeah.
What time is it?
You guys went
Yeah.
down. Yeah. You say like IRL time?
No, not IRL.
You guys went down. I believe you guys kind of did it early morning because you guys rested through the night, woke up, and then talked with the Dramoka and discussed things. You guys went to go take on Yap Yap. You went down in the cave.
So it might actually be like 2 p.m.
It might actually be like 2 p.m.
Okay.
You guys are about to go to the night shift.
I guess in
we're
a
all
cave,
underground, so-
who gives a fuck?
Always nighttime down here.
Yeah.
Now, um, the ring was given to the Chosen One last time, and it was imbued with the wish spell. I'm not sure if it was special in any other kind of way, but you know, as Io put it, we're fated to travel with the Chosen One. So that's one piece. And then I kind of rummage, and I'll pull out the scroll.
If it's in Fate's hands, then
Seems we have the means, but none of us can make that wish. Also, Ojitai, I don't know if you knew we even had this.
Yeah, what is that?
But I'll look to Rango. I'm sorry, man. You know, stakes kind of seem too high. I don't think you were trying to keep anything from us, but it's just
yeah, by no means.
Rango found this in Moonshine's hut.
It's a wish scroll. I was holding on to it. None of us were able to make use of it. Still aren't. But it is quite valuable.
I kind of stow it back.
By any means, you mentioned fate, and if we are fated to travel with the Chosen One, then I'm under the impression that we can do no wrong. As fate would have it. I've never been much one for fate myself, but if if that's where your psychedelic teachings are telling us to put our lives in the hands of, then I suppose, like I said, you know, it's better than what Dramoka was telling us.
Yeah.
As Hack was saying, fate seems to have an odd way of going about things. Has its own path, but
Just
more of the story to unravel.
Just further and further down the draconic rabbit hole, if you will. Black Hollow. Yeah, seems fitting, I guess. It's a new lead, if nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
So, with all that being said, I think it's worth me asking a few questions to Tiamat before we rest. Or sorry, Morden? Yeah.
Yeah, ask Tiamat. Yeah, go ahead and ask Tiamat about Aya.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
an open book, honey. You can ask me anything.
Right. That's that. That's that Matt Mercer moment. And as you look over, you just see standing in the doorway, Vecna.
Sup?
Right.
I was actually curious. Ojitai, your friend from the temple, what was her name? What was her name? The monk, she seemed the scholarly type.
Thaba.
How would you measure Thala's curiosity?
And much of her time in the libraries just opening books and studying their contents, whatever they may have been about. They're very curious.
As far as other members of your people, you know, the followers of Bahamut, do you think that there would be any more that are more keen to, I guess this would be heresy, right? Turning your back on your believed God, or at least questioning them. Do you think that any of them would be more keen than her to, I don't know, maybe look into what she can find out about Io. Because I'm sure none of the elders would be interested.
He hasn't found anything yet. I don't know if any documents that we had would mention much of Io.
Right.
Dragon Masters have been around for hundreds of years, and they seem to have no recollection or anything.
Yeah. Just trying to get as many parties involved on this new goal as possible.
Yeah, that could be something I asked Morden, is if he knows of a place, any place that could provide like resources on Io, texts, ruins,
Our
anything.
best bet on that, and just kind of motion to
Is sleeping right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's right here in front of us already.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
I am gonna get some shut-eye. Are we, well, how long are we wanting to wait before we proceed? Are we doing a long rest or short rest?
Yeah, just need 8 hours.
Okay.
I'd like to, yeah. If we could squeeze it, I'd like to try to get a hard reset here.
And I will begin meditation.
Cool. You guys start taking your long rest.
Is Serge
Rango,
doing, are you doing your commune?
Are you doing your thing?
I don't know. You'll think it. I mean, I have it to burn, so I mean, I guess it couldn't hurt. I just, yeah, I didn't, I was kind of opening it up to the floor just because I just didn't. If we wanted to try to formulate 3 questions like that are more directed, I just didn't want to come up with them on the fly and waste them.
Mhm.
So I can, you know, I don't want to like waste one on. He wouldn't be able to tell us anything about who the chosen one is, I'm sure, and any of that. I think it would be more of like trying to build out the forgotten lore outside of Hack,
If
maybe
there's
from an
something
outside
else
perspective. Yeah.
that we can learn about Io or some of this path.
Because I think commune. That no, it is just a yes or no. That'd be yes or no questions.
If that's the case, then that makes it a lot harder to.
Yeah, it does. It sure does.
What do you got to lose?
Yeah. So I guess, man, yeah, because even if I asked about some place that we could.
Do you know about where we can learn something more? Yes.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
Yeah.
Can we learn more about Io in the Black Hollow?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one. Let me go ahead and write that one. That's, you know, I guess maybe do I even like start with just like, do you know who Io is? Because I don't know how
Yeah.
at that level what it would how that works. Like, you know, if
Saoirse? Just send
Uh-huh.
it.
just send it, huh? Okay.
Just send it. I don't know. I don't really know how valuable this can end up being. And so
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying just send it.
Mm-hmm. So trying to think of like, oh, okay. I'm thinking back to when I was coming in the ethereal plane, the dwarves that I saw.
Mhm.
I could definitely ask about them, but I do fear that, well, fuck. It's just yes or no's. I mean, I feel like that might be a wasted one, but maybe asking, like, if I feel like I gotta ask a baseline, like, do you know about IO? And if he just says yes, then I can ask like 2 follow-ups, I guess. Um, do you think one of them would be a waste to ask if the 5 masked figures that man, I hadn't even RP'd. I haven't even talked to Ojitai about that. Crap. Yeah, I need to do that real quick. Hey, Ojitai. um, yeah, I will. Yeah, if Rango's starting down to meditate, I will. Hey, Ojitai, before we head down, I think I was gonna commune, um, and maybe ask more a few things before resting. I wanted to mention something to you that I saw on our way into the cave, and see if you have any insight on it. When I was in the ethereal plane, as we were descending from the skyship, on the burial mounds at the entrance, we learned a bit about, the first dwarves that came into Branacor. And there were, spirits, essences that were above each of those graves. I firstly just assumed they were, these ancestors that we learned about just at their graves. I don't know if they were guarding it anymore, but along that same line, I looked back at you falling from the ship, and there were 5 figures, 5 dragonborn figures who were wearing masks, and of the 5 colors of the dragonborn race, and they were. It almost looked as if they were breaking your fall, carrying you down, guiding you as you fell. It's frankly beautiful, but do you know anything about that? Have you ever heard of that?
Asking Ryan, can I do any like a history check or anything like that? Does anything ring a bell? Is that
About
more
the
line of-
different dragon mask people guiding
Yeah.
you. You know that kind of in draconic culture, a lot of like, kind of like maybe like priests and stuff of dragons would make masks, to kind of represent like their kind of particular lineage of dragon blood that they possess. It's kind of like a cultural thing in like draconic culture. But like specific people that these could be, you don't really have any idea. You can glean that they're probably somebody important. Because usually only like higher people, like I said, priests or like higher ups would have some sort of dragon mask like that. But you don't know specifics as far as who they are or why they would be, as Saoirse said, guiding you down seemingly.
And I just. Oh yeah, sorry.
If you would have told me that before we came down, I would have thought little of it other than their spirits of some air-raking priests of the Dragonborn that come before us, but after hearing what we have from Hack, I feel like they're, I don't know, sign we're on the path of something there. on the path of those that were chosen to protect this chosen one.
Yeah, the number of them seems significant after having gone through the vision. I think the parallel to the Guardians is an interesting thought. Don't know if that's exactly it, but it's a hell of a coincidence. Okay. I think I might.
If I've taken anything from Hack, is that at this point, there's not a whole lot of coincidence happening.
Yeah. Agreed. Alright. I'll let you to it. Just.
Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah. It was, made me feel safe. You know, it just, like you said, sometimes we attribute things to luck. Maybe that luck is,
Maybe we've had someone on our side this whole time.
be nice if that was true. Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
Alright. I'll leave you to it. I'll see you in the morning. Well, jeez.
Tonight.
Whatever time it is.
Tonight.
Alright. Go over to the side and start to prepare a little ritual circle.
All right. You begin preparing your ritual circle. Everybody else kind of gets their rest. Describe this ritual circle. Like, what are you doing?
Think think I would take some ash from the fire
Okay.
and kind of encircle a sitting position.
Yeah.
And then I would take the anvil and hold it over the coals.
Mm-hmm.
Until it started to show some, some not the whole thing glowing or anything, but just heat up a little bit, and I'd kind of like take the hilt and place it down onto the ash and begin the ritual, and maybe that sort of same sort of metallic, like hot metallic glow
Yeah.
would follow the path of the ash around me.
Okay. Yeah. So you begin doing that. The metallic glow begins kind of glowing around you from where you spread the ash. And you know, now that you've completed the ritual, that you're ready to commune.
Well, here I am again. Morden, do you know of the deity Io?
As you ask this, a moment passes. And then, just kind of before you, where the line of the ash is, some sparks rise up like somebody struck some metal at a smithing. And the sparks kind of form into the word yes.
Nope. Are the 5 masked dragonborn I witnessed guiding Ojitai connected to the fate Io told us in our vision?
several moments pass. Like he had a real good think about this one. And once again, like somebody struck an anvil, sparks fly up and form into the word yes.
Cool. Okay, I'll give a nod of acknowledgement. Can we learn more about Io along this path to the Black Hollow?
Less of time passes than the last question, and sparks fly up as before, forming the word yes.
Warden, if I may, before breaking. I know I haven't always been the most pious follower, questioning your intentions and the intentions of other deities along the way. But for what it's worth, as I walk this path with my brothers, thank you for your guidance and belief in me when my belief wasn't always reciprocated.
The ash around you begins glowing brighter and brighter as you say these words. You take it in for a moment, and then all of a sudden, in a moment, the light of the ash goes out and sparks begin rising all around you up to the ceiling, and it's back to kind of just the fire that was in the middle lighting the tiny hut now.
Yeah. Now turn and start getting down.
With that, everybody kind of goes to sleep, takes the rest. So a long rest for everyone. It's quiet night. There's nothing happens. Ringo, you are the first to awake.
Yes.
Do you do anything?
Yes.
Okay.
I am flicking Chuchi into existence. I am hexing him, short resting. And then I'm going to go and animate dead the two fuckers out there.
Okay.
I'll turn them into skeletons.
Got it.
Those are the only corpses in this room, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then I'm gonna have them and me shovel the remaining coin into the bag.
All right. Do you want to fill it all the way to capacity?
Well, so here's the deal: is
Yes.
we have it set in D&D Beyond so that coin doesn't have a weight. So it's not actually like when when I added the 10,000 gold.
I know it doesn't take up the space.
Right.
Yeah. This is more of a just yes or no. Do you
Okay. I want to leave like some room, like just a little bit of room, just enough room.
Yeah. And so far, you already have 10,000. I said.
Like if I wanted to add something real heavy to the bag, I might have to take some shit out. But if I'm just adding like a knick-knack here, a knick-knack there, that should be doable.
Right. And you said I gave you 10,000, right?
Right.
The first one.
Right.
All right. So you're able to add.
The skeletons are helping me shovel this in.
Yes, I know. Yeah. And it'll take you pretty much the rest of your time to do so. It's a lot of gold that we're shoveling.
Chill. That's chill.
Okay.
They can wake up to it happening.
Yeah. You're able to shovel a grand total. Let me get the calculator out here. Total 31,678 gold pieces. On top of the already 10,000 that you have in there. Money has become a
quite the war chest.
non-obligation. Yeah,
Yeah.
a non-obligation for you.
Epic.
Rango's just like, yes, ROI.
I shake hands with my skeletons.
Yeah,
Pleasure,
they're
dude.
like,
Pleasure.
about that time, the tiny hut kind of starts dissipating as everyone else begins kind of waking up. Cormit stirs, Ojitai, Saoirse, you all kind of yawn and begin kind of stretching and waking up. You notice that your new friend is still sound asleep in the middle of where the tiny hut is. You see Rango begin walking out of the hut, looking a little bit, not exhausted, but like he's already kind of started doing his work for the day.
Instead of morning.
With two new friends who are these kind of halfway decayed dragonborns that begin kind of walking behind him, kind of flanking each side of him.
We've been at it for a bit, huh?
The usual.
I gotta start to soak the fire back up a little bit, make a little ration.
Cool. You make yourself a nice little ration.
I'll go over to a hack and put a hand on his shoulder, try to gently wake him up.
All right. You begin shaking Hack. It takes quite a bit of shaking before he kind of stirs, and finally, oh, it's time to go. Is it?
Just about.
Can't remember the last time I was asleep in a tiny hut. So nice and cozy inside one of those. Yes.
Interesting. Can I
I've
insight
been in
that?
tiny huts before.
Oh yes. Many years ago.
Cool.
You still want to inside him? You said.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
24.
It seems believable.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. It just. It's just crazy to think that someone that can, seem so mystical and like powerful, like he probably just hasn't had a nice like chance to get a safe, good night's sleep in a while.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So shall we? I guess crack on, get a move on.
So,
I guess I would have been coming out of the tent, and as he says that, I'm gonna go to sit down, and as I'm going to sit down, I'm gonna be like, a moment, and then I'm gonna sit down on this bench, facing this way, and
Okay.
I'm
Kinda
gonna
like a slab, but well, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
sitting down, and I pull out the ledger, and my eyes roll into the back of my head, and I'm going to utilize that soul cage on Yup.
Okay.
I am going to use one of the 6 charges
All right.
to use Eyes of the Dead.
Okay.
I can use an action to name a place the humanoid saw in life, which creates an invisible sensor somewhere in that place if it is on the same plane of existence you're currently on. Sensor remains for as long as I concentrate, up to 10 minutes, as if I was concentrating on a spell. I receive visual and auditory information from the sensor as if I were in the space using its senses. So I want to Eyes of the Dead where he saw the eye.
Where
Oh,
he saw
wow.
the eye. Okay. You do Eyes of the Dead. You create the sensor. As your vision kind of starts taking this new vision that you've created, you see a extremely dimly lit area.
Devil sight.
Right.
Okay.
It would like
Yep.
normally it'd be extremely dimly lit.
Okay.
It has it's just a stone kind of like room with several entrances coming in and out. There is lots of statues that seem to kind of look a little funny. They are solid, but they kind of look hazy a little bit. It's a very strange phenomenon. Almost like if a cloud was stuck in place that was in the shape of something. These statues form... They're not very big, and they seem to form different kind of soldiers of some kind. Wielding different weapons, armors, different things like that. Other than that, you don't really see anything else. You don't see any movement.
How big is the room?
The room is pretty large. It's about, I'd say, half the size of this one that you're currently in.
Okay. And that's it.
Yeah, where he saw the eye, that's it.
Okay.
That's where he saw the eye last. We'll say that. Because, I mean,
Oh.
he's seen the eye multiple times based on what he said.
Okay.
But I can't, based on the wording of the spell, I don't think I can, like, do
multiple spots.
multiple locations.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. And that's all I glean from this?
Huh.
Yes,
Okay.
that is all you glean from this.
I will use a charge to see a location where he interacted with the green folk.
All right. The last time that he interfered or seen the green folk, you see what appears to be some sort of underground ruins for maybe a fortress of some kind. You see a giant stone gate with 3 golden like statues kind of like standing in front of it, looking like, and they're like armored up. They have golden hammers, golden armor. And then on the other sides of those statues, there are 2 large, extremely large stone statues facing the other direction, looking towards a small stone staircase that is surrounded by fire. And this fire is from a couple torches and candles and things like that. The stone staircase leads up to this giant stone pillar that's like this like smooth carved in stone, and there's some sort of circular disc on top of this, and all this is kind of dug into this underground area. You're not exactly sure where. And that stone, it doesn't really seem, there's just the gate, and then other than that, you don't see any other entrances or exits anywhere.
Do I see any of the green people?
You do not.
Any signs of recent... The flames are lit?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh well.
And that's it?
Yeah. I'll let you make. Go ahead and make a perception check for me. And let me know what you get.
13.
13.
Let me see how this one thing works real quick that I
Okay.
like never use. It's per short rest, so yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Gonna add a D10. My
Okay.
dark one's own luck, dude. That I forget about all the time to make that 13 a 15.
Oh, sad.
You get a good look at all the statues, and you notice that they seem to be
The stone or the golden?
both.
Okay.
They don't seem draconic in any way. They seem like men and dwarfs and things like that. You also gleam that around kind of like the whole area is this kind of cloudy mist. Very faint, but it's very misty, but it's faint. And it's got a green tint to it.
Ooh, spooky. Okay.
And when I mean faint, I mean like barely noticeable. Kind of like if you were like, you know, like the Matrix color grade had a physical form that was at 1% opacity. That's kind of what you're seeing.
Okay. All right. That will be. Got it. Okay. I don't know how
Alright.
long that would have taken. That probably wouldn't have taken too long, I don't think.
No. For about 30 seconds, you see Rango like come out and just like fucking do some Rango shit, and his eyes rolls in the back of his head. And
Well,
then,
I'm facing the other way, unless they just see me
We have
pull the
time
ledger
to
out.
walk around and see you
Yeah.
do this.
Okay.
Hack's just kind of sitting there, just kind of like smiling and giggling the whole time, and you come to. Well, that was something else, huh? Your friend here is very in tune with things. What did you get from whatever you did?
So, yup, useless in life, became a little bit valuable in death. I got an eye on, a location that he bore witness to the eye.
Okay.
Seems like a large stone room, multiple entrances. There were multiple, stone statues in the area, appeared to be soldiers of various races. Or no?
Yes.
Men and dwarves.
Well, no, that was
Yeah.
the green place.
yeah,
That was the
yep,
green
yep.
people place. So
You're right.
the eye
Oh,
place.
you're talking about the original one?
Yeah.
Yeah, those statues were kind of the same, but they were much smaller. Kind of like your size.
The cloud statues, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Stone room, about half the size of this one. Multiple entrances. There was no sign of life in the room. I definitely didn't see an eye. But there were many statues looked like of multiple races. Seemed 1-to-1 scale, and there was something odd about the statues. They were hazy, almost like clouds, like frozen in place. Like,
Ryan, when Serge hears that, would that sound like the ethereal plane?
It sounds similar, but yeah, I guess for Serge that would sound like the ethereal plane a little bit.
Sorry, Cole.
And I also saw what is a location that he would have interacted with the green folk that he was speaking of. It was like some sort of ruins. There were statues. There were golden statues of men and dwarves, as well as stone statues. All of them were large, like, right?
Yeah.
Large statues, not 1-to-1 like the ones in that stone room where the eye would have been.
Oh yeah.
I know that. That's the entrance to the black. Yeah.
The entrance to the black. What?
The hollow, the black hollow.
So
Okay.
so we'll have to pass through that immediately beyond this door. Nodding
Well,
towards
I mean, we have several miles to go down, but we'll get there eventually.
the. Oh. Well.
Mhm.
Yeah, there were statues, stairs leading up to some stone altar with a stone disc, and there was this green haze about the place. It was barely visible.
Yeah,
Again,
that sounds about right.
again, no signs of life. There were torches lit, or braziers, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. That sounds about right. Yes.
Have you been there before, Hack?
I've been to lots of places. I might have been there.
We're ready to depart.
Oh, good. Well, I have my canes. This is all I need. Shall we move? And we
I'll
can
motion at the guys, Rango and Ojitai real quick, and Cormit if he's around.
I'm here. Group huddle.
I was able to commune last night with Morden. I got a yes to all of my questions.
Did you ask him if Gangu was okay?
Fuck. No, because I'm a bad friend, Cormit.
He was a bad friend first. He had it coming. Whatever
Sorry?
befalls upon him.
So at the 2 chances I've had to be a good friend to Gangu, I have failed miserably. Twice. Alright, very good. I asked if he knew of Io. Some time passed before the answer, but it was a yes. Rango, I haven't talked with you about this, but when we were coming in to the cave, I was in the ethereal plane. I saw 5 masked figures guiding Ojitai down as he feather fell from, or, well, I guess I don't. It's just your monk ability, right? Or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's semantics. So he fell from the ship. I asked if they were connected to what we were told about our fate by Io in the vision. And I'm sure Hack is perking up now. But
Oh, he's just been walking.
yeah.
Down the
Oh, is
tunnel,
he walking?
so-
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool,
he
cool.
just keep going.
Cool.
Oh, is this conversation happening in motion?
No, he's just going. I mean, he's not moving very fast, but he's moving along.
Oh, okay, well, let's kind of just keep up slowly with some distance.
Walk and talk.
Yeah. That took a long time. There were many pauses, but I did get a yes, and I kind of like glanced over to Ty. So seems you were right about that coincidence thing.
Well, shit,
And then a lot.
that makes it seem to me like you'd be the chosen Ojitai. They were flying with you.
I think
I would
Ojitai had a
tend to
good
agree
take
with
on
you
it.
if it wasn't that Hack correctly said I wasn't.
Yeah, and what if we know they're helping? What if they were trying to, like, slam him into the ground harder?
Possibility, but they seem pretty helpful.
I'll have to take your word for it.
Appreciate that trust, Cormit.
And then you hear a loud sip from his beer can helmet.
And the shortest time before an answer was my last question, which was, can we learn more about Io and the Black Hollow? It was an almost immediate yes. So I think we are keeping to the right course.
Well, as I had said yesterday, I'm pretty sure no matter our course, it will be right, given it is fated.
Are you guys coming?
We're right here!
Right behind you.
You walk slower than I do. And I move really slow. All right, you guys have this conversation. Does anybody? I mean, what do people say about what Search says? Any reactions?
Said what I said.
I just kind of nods.
Yeah.
It's just more of a sign we're on the right path.
Right. All right. You guys.
I guess, Vegetai, do you think it would be in our best interest to share any of this information with the elders or anyone else from your temple? You're the one with the sending stone here.
Or even Kenny?
The elders, what would we even say? Learned of a god that trumps the one that we follow. Our idea of how Tiamat was dealt with was completely wrong. Not much to see that's worth explaining to them in this way right now.
Amazing how a small perspective shift can just shatter a larger than life figure like a dragon elder of the Temple of Bahamut. Like it just kind of is like, yeah.
They're just other pawns in this game.
Right, yep. I just remember like when they gave us those gifts before we went off that last time. We were just like, oh.
As a one Qui-Gon Jinn
amazing.
always said, there's always a bigger fish.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Ah,
I
I
don't know
love
if you should say
storytelling.
anything or not, but... And that's for you to
This is
decide how to say it.
yeah.
Best kept to in person.
Because what are they doing right now?
They were gathering forces to bring like more of the temple down.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they were going to the Port of Branacor. There were like forces gathering there.
Yeah, and they were trying to get some more information as far as like what exactly Tiamat is trying to do at this very moment.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Northold kind of fell, and that's known, but everything kind of paused.
They
Like-
also have one of the sending stones, so like if something comes up from them, they are capable of letting us know.
Right. Cool. With that conversation, you guys begin walking through this cave system, this tunnel, which, as you kind of go down through this initial part of it, it's very narrow, very man-made. Saoirse would have a pretty good idea of, you know, man-made mining tunnels, things like that. And this one's very small, probably because it was used by kobolds, so it didn't need to be very big. Gangu would have a very hard time getting through here. You guys seem to travel for quite a while without running into anything. This long, narrow tunnel kind of spirals down and goes off in different directions. You can see, Saoirse, with your expertise, where they might have run into like some very hard stone that would have been too hard to dig through, so they kind of went around it, which explains why the tunnel goes off in different directions and spirals around. But eventually, you kind of break into this larger cave system. Right off the bat, when you get into here, this larger cave system, it's extremely dark. Without dark vision, you would have almost little to no vision as far as what's in front of you. You can hear kind of Corbin just, yeah, it's pretty dark in here. Can somebody
Once
guide
we
me?
get to the really dark areas, I'll pull out the glow sticks I can actually see.
Yeah. You pull out the glow sticks, and immediately you can hear kind of off in the distance several what appear to be creatures just kind of scurrying and moving around different areas in this cave, and it echoes, so it's kind of hard to get a grasp of where they are.
Are we out of the narrow tunnel at this point?
Yes,
Sorry.
yes. You guys have kind of just got into this larger cave system.
Sorry.
There's like stalagmite everywhere. It's very big. You kind of break into it, and everybody pauses for a second behind Hack as he just kind of stands there for a moment.
Been a while since I've been around.
He turns around. What do you all think it is?
Think what is?
The entrance to the Black Hollow.
Right, exactly.
Where? Did he say where?
Yeah.
Cocksucker.
Heck, I thought you said you were gonna guide us.
Yeah, heck, you're the guide.
Oh, I'm guiding you. I just want to know if you have any ideas.
No, I have no idea. I've never been here before.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we brought you.
Oh man, oh gosh, I wish.
I'm pretty sure it's this way. Follow me.
Insight check.
Okay.
Natural 20.
He seems a little devious. Not like in a very
like he's
like, do
just
harm.
trying to like keep us on
Like-
edge, like fuck with us.
yeah.
Okay.
Kinda.
Yeah, him asking was just to mess with us.
Yeah. Like he does actually know, but he's just trying to fuck with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems in character.
Follow me. We'll go this way. Oh,
I just
and he
shake my head a
stops.
little bit.
He stops and kind of holds out his hand and his cane. Don't pet the wildlife down here. It's not friendly. Follow me. And he begins kind of walking very slowly down this kind of hidden path. So you guys are kind of like came into this large cave system. You're kind of up on this platform. It kind of goes down. But he begins walking you off to the right where there's this very narrow ledge where you kind of have to kind of like side scoot across it just to get across. And you can hear kind of down below in this cave system is like rocks begin falling off your feet, like where you kind of like step and they fall off into the cave system. You can hear them and they drop, and it seems endlessly as they keep banking off things. And you hear all kinds of different creatures and groans and even yelps of certain things, as this cave is very much alive in its own ecosystem, and you don't really have sight on any of these things. Everything's kind of in the dark and seemingly far away. You go down across this ledge for like half an hour. You really strained your calf muscles, making sure you kind of keep nice and tight, not fall off this edge. Finally, you end up on another kind of ledge inside this giant cave system that kind of goes back into a narrow cave where it's man-made. You walk down this for about another hour. It's lit by torches every so often. And finally, you break into a little bit more of an open area.
Have there been
and
any forks? There's been the one fork when like we were in the initial open cave and he was like, "Do you guys know where to go?"
Yeah, and that was just because it was like an open cave. Like there's no clear direction. But as far as the man-made tunnels, no, everything's been very straight. I mean, one path. It's not really straight. It kind of winds around to different things. Yeah.
We haven't had options on.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Finally, you kind of come to this open area, and
Do I
Ringo, you
recognize it?
see a very familiar sight. You see the gate that you saw before, except you are seemingly on the other side of said gate.
So are we on the side with the stone or the side with the gold?
Whoa. Animated board, dude. Let's
Like
go.
the same with the
Little dynamic lighting. What is this?
What were you
Hell
saying?
yeah.
Sorry,
Great.
Mr. What were you saying, Mr. Ringo?
Neat.
What was you
Nothing.
asking about?
I'm getting my answer. I didn't realize that we moved here. I got it.
Gotcha.
We're on the other side. So we're on the side with the stone. Okay. This is it.
So, here we are.
So there's no green mist on this side? Where did I see the
No.
did I see the green mist on the other side?
You can assume.
But
The gate looks familiar.
right. But
You
like
were on
I'm
the other
saying
side of the gate.
and I saw the green mist on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you didn't see this side that you're currently on.
Right.
So, but it looks familiar.
Right.
But you're not 100% sure this is the same place.
Yeah.
But you're pretty sure.
That looks like the gate that I saw in
Yes.
the
This is the gateway to the entrance.
What do you know of these green folk, Heck?
Don't know very much. Not very talkative.
They aren't very talkative.
No.
Will they be hostile towards us?
Don't pet the wildlife is what I told you. They're not friendly.
Have you gotten past them before?
Listen, I'm getting a little tired and exhausted. I'm going to sit here on this stone. And you guys get the gate open. I need a rest.
Mr. Mason? And as I look towards Saoirse.
This guy's pretty lazy. Alright.
I'll have my
Alright, what's the plans?
skeletons move up. Can I get
Oh, yeah, I gotta grab
skeletons
that.
and
Yeah.
Chooch?
Pause for one moment. Yeah, I gotta grab
see
Chuchi too.
animated light now.
Yeah. Alright. Skelly bros. I'll grab those guys first. And then a one Mr. Chuchi. I might have to go find a Mr. Chuchi in a second. Here's your Skelly bros. In fact, here, I'm gonna give you control.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
Control of the skeleton, bro?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
They're here with you.
Fucking
Let me find
Banana skellies at work, dude.
Let me
Hell
find
yeah.
Mr. Chichi. I think he'll be on this one. This way I don't have to resize him or anything like that. Oh yeah. Super duper, man. Got him. Alright.
Yes, so I will step up toward the gate.
Okay.
And could I sort of examine it, the stonework of it?
Yeah. You examine the stonework of it. It looks so you kind of look at like the pillars and stuff like that, and it looks very expertly done. There's some like draconic art kind of drawn all over it, and there is a vacant spot open in the middle of it that appears to be where a key would go.
Okay. Could I glean anything from? You said that there were draconic elements, but just of the history of it, and this is me desperately trying to use an ability that I have not used once in this campaign called
Okay.
stone cutting.
Yeah.
Because whenever you
Uh,
make an intelligence history check related to the origin
Yeah.
of stonework,
Go ahead and do a history with advantage.
All right, so
Mr. Mason?
it adds right. I add my proficiency bonus twice to this check.
Okay, heck yeah.
Cut that stone, dude.
Yeah. So that would be, man, how would that? So I have a modifier of +1 on history. Is that me adding
Do you-
+5 twice to that, or I'm not proficient in history? Oh, it says you are considered proficient in history skill,
Yeah.
and add double your proficiency bonus. Okay,
Okay,
so,
so
if
you-
I-
So you roll
Whatever
and then
you
add
roll
10?
plus 10.
okay, yep,
Yeah.
gotcha. No advantage. All right, 18. Sorry.
19.
Yeah, 19.
19. You look at this stonework, and it's very, very expertly done. You kind of gleam that it's probably several thousand years old.
Oh,
extremely
okay.
ancient, but
That-
it's been well kept.
Okay. That
Um,
definitely predates. Does
you
that
kind
that
of
predates the dwarves coming into Brancor, correct?
let's see, when were the dwarves here? I thought it was several thousand. About the
Yeah.
time the dwarves were here. Well,
Okay.
there's a better time frame. I got so many time frames going on here. But for better reference, about the time the dwarves were here, this would be kind of like the entrance into Brancor. That time frame. This kind of
Okay.
matches up. You get a really good look at it. There's several kind of writings in Draconic on there. But you get a good look at the keyhole, and you see that it looks like it would be some sort of like pendant of some kind, with 5 dragon heads coming off of it. And if you stuck that in, it'd probably open it up and be the key.
Really?
While he's examining that, can I examine the draconic text?
Sure.
Translate it for everybody.
Yeah. You begin reading the draconic text. The Dark Hollow, a sacred place. This gate now stands as a barrier to the outsiders who came to destroy it.
All right.
On that history check round, would I have recognized the stonework to be dwarven?
This is not dwarven.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Cool. That makes sense. Fuck them outsider dwarves, man. Get out of here, bro. You invasive force or invasive species. Okay. Right. So, the keyhole appears to take a pendant of some kind. It looks to be the 5 heads of Tiamat, maybe. Maybe not of Tiamat, but it's looks like a pendant with 5 dragon heads. The only thing I can think of is didn't Tom of All wore one with 6, right? We don't have that, do we? I have her rings, but I don't have her pendant.
I think I give it to Ojitai. It's not in my inventory.
I remember us collecting it.
Does Ojitai have it?
Does Tengu have it?
No,
Alright.
Gingu definitely doesn't have it. I'm pretty sure I would have. I have it. It does have 6 heads.
Okay.
Wasn't one of them like clearly added on later?
I'll
Yeah.
pull out the pendant. I rummage through my bag. And I'll just kind of hold it out to Serge.
I'll take it. Does one of the heads appear to be added
Oh
onto
yeah,
it?
yeah, very
Really?
much so. Yeah.
I'll just kind of like look at the pendant, look at Rango, look at Ojitai, kind of shrug my shoulders. Yeah. I'm
Now-
gonna break it off.
Give me a strength check, my friend.
There was, in my vision, I saw a mist on the other side of this door, that green mist.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Did you roll strength on that? Break.
Yeah. Right now. Oh shit. Okay. 23.
Oh, did you? It
break the
looked like you
pendant
were
in
kind
half.
of breaking a pencil. Yeah, you just break off a piece and it's. Now you just
Fucking
have
kick
this
that
one
bar.
extra dragon head and the regular pendant.
I think I'd like kind of hold it out and go. Thinking that she had booby trapped it in
Yeah.
some way.
No
Uh,
booby trap.
Nice. Okay. Um. Well, you mentioned a mist. Or do we expect? Well, I guess Hack. This might be a better question for you.
Good
We
luck.
expect
yeah.
anything when this door opens, are we fucked?
Well, the mist thing, I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. There are problems on the other side, though. All over this place. It's a whole problem. The whole place is a problem. Did you figure it out? Get that gate open?
I'll step up and place the pendant into the hole. Try to line it up.
You place the pendant into the hole, and it kind of slides in, and then like about halfway through you slide it in, you feel something on the other side kind of grab it and suck it into like place, and everything kind of begins kind of turning and opening up, and the gate begins sliding down
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's sweet.
yeah.
and opening up on the other side. And you now see the room that Rango had described earlier.
Did it extract the pendant back, or did it keep it?
It kept it. It
Okay.
kind of went down
Yep.
with it.
Is there a mist?
Yeah, it's very fine, and like I said, it's like 1% opaque, like opacity, like it's barely there.
Yeah.
Could
But
I-
it's
Is
there.
it like hugging the floor? Like
You-
it's not
Yes. Yeah.
high up.
No.
You actually have it on the map. It's just that it's so transparent we can barely see it, right?
Kinda. It's
That might be the torchlight.
I'm just,
I think.
yeah. This is a torchlight over there.
Joke.
This is
Joke.
something I don't have access.
Oh,
to.
I see.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. Yep.
I don't have that yet. Maybe eventually I'll figure that little tool out.
All right, lads. Well, how do we feel about traps? We just want to.
Oh, this place is full of them.
No. Fantastic. Could I just
Here, I'll show you. Come this way, please.
Oh.
Hurry.
Okay.
Hurry!
Yeah. If he says that, I'll do it.
Cormac kind of runs through really quickly. He comes over here and he grabs like a stick out of like this like fallen over thing right here, and he comes back and you see he takes it in his hand. He kind of flips it in his hand and he takes it and throws it over in this area right here. And you see that there's like some hidden pressure plates that kind of begin like pressing like as this thing happens. You hear some gears turning and stuff begins happening. You're like, what the heck is going on? And then you see this giant thing
No.
fall and roll and would have
Holy-
crushed all of you guys if you went over and looked at it.
Oh.
So yes, please be careful. Now,
Yes, please be
The
careful.
DM and his toys. And his new toys.
now I'm going to go sit here for a moment.
I'm following his exact footsteps.
Yeah, I would try to be doing the same.
Now we need to find a way into the entrance and figure what that is. I would leave that up to you guys.
Now,
Why?
Heck, is this one of these like you know how to do it, but you want us to figure it out, or do you not know how to do it?
I might know things. I want to see what you know.
Yeah.
Are there more traps up here?
There's traps all over.
Yeah, so that exact pathing to the stairs. I think I'll be behind Ojita here.
So she began kind of looking around.
Yeah.
The stonework that you see, like the floor, the walls, and all that stuff, looks really ancient, older than the gate.
Oh.
But these statues, the gold and the stone ones that are up near the entrance, those are made by dwarves. You know for a fact those are made by dwarves.
Okay. And I'm currently under the assumption from the text that Ojitai read of the Dragonborn that dwarves are not welcomed in this space, or at least they weren't.
Right. So
Okay.
basically, and also beyond this like disc right here that's on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
that's just a wall, a stone wall, cave wall, basically. So you're basically just in this one room here.
Okay.
I can give help if you need it, but I'll let you guys go and do your thing.
Hell yeah.
I need my morning nap. And you see he kind of leans
Enter.
back on the stairs and just kind
Yeah.
of chills out.
In other words, all right, party. Figure out this puzzle. If you need a paperclip hint, click me over
This
here.
guy's a real jackass. I love him though.
Yeah.
He sucks on his beer.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll share with the guys. Yeah, contrary, or not contrary. Yeah, surprisingly, after that text on the gate, yeah, sure you can tell from the stone statues here, but these golden ones as well. This is all dwarven forged. I'm surprised it's in here. And I have a sneaking suspicion that if we're not careful, we might be tussling with it. That's my
But
guess.
for right now, I'm intending to leave those completely alone.
Yeah.
By the way, I just now thought about it. When I activated that trap, we were basically trapped inside here, so...
Onward and upward.
Yes. One way now.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Best of luck to you. I'll be here if you need me. Just give me a shout.
Oh, we're never trapped.
Okay. I will kind of step forward in that same pathing, and then, oh man, if Hack's sitting on that first step.
I'm gonna like
Yeah,
grab
yeah.
your shoulder.
Oh, right,
and
right.
I'm gonna like kind of look up towards Chuchi and have Chuchi fly out ahead and
Nice.
just active perception on the path from here to the stone disc.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, sir.
That's a 22. 22.
22.
No.
Everything here is you don't see any kind of traps or anything like that. But as soon as he gets up towards the disc, he realizes there's several hundred moving parts to it.
Cool.
Moving parts to the disc?
Yes, that's like in the ground.
Like it's currently moving?
No.
Oh.
But like, I mean, you can look at something and tell like, hey, like this cap on here, I can screw that off.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's
it's kinda
like
like
some
that.
mechanics to it.
Yes, yeah. He can kind of notice like, hey, this won't move somehow.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
well,
everything up to that point, fine.
okay. Then Chuchi flies up there. He's, flapping his wings up there, turns around, gives a nod, and I kind of ease my hand off of Circe's shoulder.
Okay. Yeah, I think after seeing Hack activate that pressure plate, as well, I think I know we all are, but it'd be like actively watching like my foot, like in front of me at my footing.
Yeah. We
for
can
any-
use your passive perception.
Okay, cool. Just step up to the plate and could I examine it in the same way that I did the gate? Kind of use that stone cunning,
Yeah.
or would it be more of like a investigation or?
Yeah, you
think
can
I'd-
do like a history
Cool,
if you want.
cool. I will also guide myself on this one. Like this is an important one. Chuchi being there, could he help? The thing?
With what?
My
History?
my examination of this Yeah, well, I guess that wouldn't really make sense for him to help with
Of the
me trying to
disc?
figure out the history of the disc. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Rango. You can tell your friend I don't know a damn thing about rocks.
Well, just go down there and start pointing at bits that look interesting to you.
All right, I'll go down there. You see that? And
He can't
That-
hear you. He can't hear you. Shut up. Just point.
Oh no. I'll use the inspiration I got. I'll use the
Alright.
inspiration I got for advantage.
you use your inspiration. As you're doing that, you just see Chi-Chi appearing to just break dance on the disc as he's pointing to several.
Hell yeah.
This.
Oh
and this,
shit.
and this,
Fuck.
and
No.
this.
Can I? I did not mean to.
He's
click
really
that.
just making
was-
it worse.
I meant to right click to roll with advantage. Sorry.
I didn't
I
see
can-
the roll.
Okay. Nice.
Just go ahead and do your roll with advantage.
All right. So that is a 16 plus 10, 26 plus the D4. 4. That is a dirty 30.
A dirty 30. All right. You look at this disc and you know just about everything there is to know about this disc.
That's
Oh,
badass.
It's definitely mechanical.
Yep.
You see several runes on there that appear to be in Draconic. Just
Okay.
different letters. Kind of each part of the disc kind of has, like, you see how it's like round in several parts.
Mm-hmm.
You can basically somehow, some way, try to line stuff up to maybe make it unlock. You're not entirely sure or how to get what you need to unlock it. This disc is the oldest thing here.
Okay.
There's nothing here older. It's very magical. It's very ancient. And although it appears mechanical, it doesn't appear to be something that will harm you.
Once he learned that it's got
Yeah, I'll
the
kind of relay all
draconic
that.
runes on there, and I take a look. Is it just like individual letters on each one?
Yeah.
Okay. And how is this constructed? Like, are there rings around it, like in the picture?
Yeah. So I will do this for you. So I have the key. Let me do this, and I'll type this out.
Oh
Nice.
boy,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
entering next level puzzle mode
Yeah,
here.
yeah. This is good though. This is fun. Excited.
That doesn't look draconic to me.
This is translated, all right?
How convenient. Yeah, I'll
Yeah, my high school didn't
I'll
offer Draconic as an elective.
I'll fill
so-
in
You
for
know,
the
why did I
draconic
take
versions.
Chinese.
Is
Here.
anybody else doing anything while I'm doing this?
Yeah, I'm filling out the draconic versions of all of these.
Okay.
Hey, that's just straight up racist right there.
Is that a dick? Did you just draw a dick with a fuse coming out of the top of it? What is happening?
Really, all are just weird dicks.
I'm literally just clicking randomly.
And if you want, there is an actual key for like draconic text in one of the books. I forget which one it is.
I don't have that keyboard.
I don't have that keyboard. Wait, you might actually. Here. How can I? Ah, that's wrong. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Oh shit. I don't think it's gonna take. It doesn't know how to do it. Yes. Hamburger hot dog.
God damn it.
Hamburger hot dog.
That is what the V is in
your
Draconic.
your draconic text is in the way. Oh wait, no, it's not.
Hamburger hot
Funny.
dog.
Hamburger
I
hot
gotta
dog.
see
Hamburger hot
something.
dog.
Alright, I'll get rid of
I gotta see something real fast.
This is fucked up. I thought it was gonna be like 6 letters, and now we're up to like the whole goddamn
Feel free
alphabet.
to be investigating. Feel free to be investigating other stuff.
Yeah, I think I would follow that same pathing down to get a closer look at one of these.
I'd like to look at that chest, but the mention of traps has me terrified, honestly.
Okay, that's all right. I knew I had the number right. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? Because it's gonna be really small and hard to see.
I'll spend this time doing comprehend languages. That's what I'm gonna spend this time doing.
I'll do this for now. So we have that. Oh. Okay. And then as long as I do this. So that goes. Damn, I'm holding the Windows key instead of Alt.
Rest real quick. Do-do-do-do.
Good thing about putting most of the alphabet on there is if I need letters, I can just fucking copy paste them. Oh, not the whole thing. Yeah, we don't want that. Just the letters. Please.
Actually, we are in a temple place thing now, so why not?
Okay. Okay.
So there are 4
So
rings, and the center has a T.
There is 5 rings. The one so there's a small ring that's just inside before the big ring, and I'm going to tell you the letters are.
Okay, and just for reference, is this just like inside the very center, right before the very center?
Yes. Here, I'll just do this, and I'll see what it looks like if I shrink the letters down.
Because I've got this copied down. Ring the ring.
Let's see what this looks like if I do this. Oh yeah, that's not that bad. That actually works out way better than I thought it would. Okay, what time is it? 3:35. We're doing really good time-wise. Just about where I wanted to be.
That's surprising to me.
What?
I figured you wouldn't have accounted for how much time we actually spent in the fucking first room that we were in.
No,
I was pretty. Damn it! I copied the wrong.
There was a lot to unload there.
Yeah,
I figured-
absolutely.
I figured a reasonable amount of time there.
Yeah, I figured you guys would spend some time doing that.
Yeah, definitely worth RPing.
And then there's one more letter. Which one? It's this one. No. Yeah. All right. Bada bing. All right, cool. while I was doing that, was there anybody wanting to do anything else?
Yeah. Go ahead,
Oh,
Cole.
forgot.
I
I've been
did
doing
comprehend
stuff.
languages, so
I follow that same sort of pathing down the stairs,
All right.
looking for traps and everything, but kind of just maintain that same footfalls to one of the larger stone dwarven statues. Just
Gotcha.
wanted to take a more closer look at that. Are they like holding anything? Are there any like items? Not
No,
items,
they're
but
like, it appears to be like carved where they're like wearing armor of some kind and a helm, and they have like a
Mhm.
beard and all normal door and stuff, but their kind of hands are kind of like fingers intertwined across their chest like that. This one seems to be a mirrored one of that one.
okay. They appear soldier-like, or they
Yeah, I mean, dwarves are kind of known for, kind of being a little bit soldierly anyways, but
Mhm.
yeah, they appear a little bit more soldier-like.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, and I would imagine that. Yeah. Maybe the doors figured out how to open this once before. They put something in here, but I feel like whoever came in afterwards and installed the gate would have destroyed anything that they did. I feel like these dwarven made things wouldn't have any more info on how to unlock this. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Looking around in this room, is there any other significant iconography or anything?
Um, so you kind of stand up and like look around. You see that these pillars kind of have like some text written on them. Like on different parts of it up at the top. There's some text. There's like little kind of like, I guess, like tablets that are kind of like built into like the pillars that have some text on them. Right here, right here. On your way in, this pillar had some like writing that was in Dwarvish on this pillar right here.
Okay.
And then there's also this chest that has some like engravings but no like actual language writing on it. This chest is the exact same one as this chest is flipped over and open. And there's several kind of crates that are kind of stacked up. They look extremely ancient. They're like moldy, and look like they could just break apart at any moment. Other than that, there is not really anything else to read. This statue out here at the front has some text on it as well, all the way outside.
After I've kind of copied down and translated the letters back and forth for Draconic and Common,
Yep.
I'm gonna very carefully walk my way this way and try to get a better look at this column. What's written on it.
All right. You take a look at the column, and it is older than the gate. Therefore, it mentions nothing about outsiders. Instead, this time, it talks about, word for word, the Dark Hollow. A place for worship. A place for ritual. A place for sacrifice. To our goddess, Tiamat. Rango, are you doing anything?
Shit. So the way that you have the letters laid out there on the ground, is that the position that they like are on the disc?
Yes. Yeah. It's all keyed out.
And so how do they move? Are they in like
that you don't
interlocking?
Really know.
Are they in interlocking circles? Like
yeah.
So like, I guess
you can do an investigation and try to get an idea. Why?
Like just from the is it stone? The disc is stone.
Yes. Yeah, it's stone.
So like are these connected in one circle? And then like
it appears so.
these are connected.
Yeah, it appears so.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I think as you slide.
Yeah, so we have what?
Yeah.
We have 1 if you include the center, 2, 3. Is it
6 or
4,
6?
5, 6? 6 circles?
Yeah.
Yes.
With with the T being constant. I mean, there are. So I just don't know, like, if we get more than one chance. Like, if we enter an incorrect guess, does something happen? That's tough. But I will mention there are, especially after that. Ojitai tells us what's on that tablet. There are 6 letters in Tiamat.
And just a bit of a spoiler warning. You can spell it out.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll after going through looking at some of this place. This still looks like it's dedicated to Tiamat. The gate having the key being a emblem of Tiamat.
Yeah. Good point.
I'm curious. That just isn't the answer.
In the meantime, could I follow that same pathing and read this Dwarvish text on the
Sure.
statue?
Cormac kind of comes over with you.
Are you reading that?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You want to? I know it's been a while since one of our last lessons.
What's
You want to
it
give it a
say?
shot?
I'm too drunk for that.
That's right. Because didn't I told Cormit that I'd teach him Dwarvish?
Yeah,
I think.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Why don't you can read it and tell me what it says?
Okay. I'll go word by word.
All right. So you read it out loud. It says, from the mines of Ivester to the mines of Branacor, we arrive to forge a new world.
In that,
Mm-hmm.
are the words forge and new world, are they capitalized by chance?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you said you read that out loud to Cormit?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, fuck.
You read
Okay.
that out loud to Cormit, and he's just kind of.
So,
Okay, nice.
which one is which word is each word?
Right. So,
And as you're pointing that out, the statue begins to shift a little bit and move. You guys up on the platform up there hear metal creaking as the statue's head turns and it begins stepping
Oh
off
my
the
God.
platform.
God, that's cool.
yeah,
And
it's
it
so
turns
cool.
towards Sersha and it takes its hammer down. And when we return, we will roll initiative. But for today, I'm going to end the session.
Jeez, that is.
I
I'm a clerk on the forge! I'm a clerk on the forge!
I gave you guys a puzzle.
No, wait.
To think about.
Hell yeah.
I've got a feeling the first guess is gonna be
Gonna
gonna
be
be
it.
our thing here, yeah. Just Tiamat, right? If it fits.
I've got it written out here, and I'm going through. I'm not able to make another word at the moment.
This
Yeah,
can't be one of those things that like the DM presents a puzzle and then like we like get it immediately and then we just spend the next like hour and a half overthinking it. It can't be one of those things. We just need to go with Tiamat.
Well, you can go with it when we get back. in the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
Session.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sounds
But
good.
yeah, man. So I figured out I could do that stuff with some tools and some plugins in this.
Yeah, that's
Neat.
Fucking wild.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, this is neat stuff." It's only certain things I can do, but I was like, "Oh, I gotta utilize this stuff in the next session."
Neato. How does it?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Well, never mind. We'll save it for next session. So.
Yeah.
All right, Dan.
Okay. Yeah, boys.
Neat.
Get ready
Fuck
for
yeah.
get ready for some to use your brains next session in the material plane because this is just the beginning.
One follow-up question.
Yes.
When we first heard about the Hollow, I believe it was said that it was the Black Hollow, but then it was mentioned as the Dark. Is it one or the other, or is it?
Interchangeable.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep, cool.
yeah, like different translation of the same thing.
Yeah, dope. That's so cool. Because it's just, yeah, that's exactly how it would be. That's cool. It just makes me think that, like, you know, these gosh darn dwarves coming in here and they, you know, they get the
Yeah.
they get the translation wrong, and next thing you know, it's just known as the Black Hollow the whole time, and it's like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Funny.
But yeah, no. So yeah, I figured out I can do that. I'll have to show you, Cole. After you shut everything down, I'll stream it. I'll show you the guy that I watched that does the shorts. That I was talking about. And the tools he used are really cool, but I got to do some more research into him before I even think about it.
Yep. Hell yeah. Well, kiss the stream goodbye, fellas.
On our stream.
Nighty night.
Goodbye, stream.